I'm right back. All right, let's do this. All right, all right. First of all, thank all of you for coming back for another one of these wild things that I don't know. I don't know. Thank you for all of you for coming back. All right, let's get this party started. First of all, just for all your notes, if you're taking notes, the starting date of this campaign is the 23rd day of Elent in the year 1498 DR.
Elate or elate?
Elent, Elient.
Right.
All right, now let's get this party started. The day is just beginning as you are making your way through the lower district towards the upper side harbor. Vendors have already begun setting up their tents in preparation for the upcoming Githwarvin Hobbling Festival. You all know this is a pretty significant holiday here on the Rock of Brawl. It is the celebration of the day that Daflon Olsakath and a squad of mercenary marines named the Septet stood their ground and broke the invading Mind Flayers' frontline assault, which turned the tide of battle, saving the city 95 years ago. You can smell the foods being baked and prepared. You can see games, trinkets, and toys being set up. Exquisite Vardo-style wagons with stages and decorations being hung for upcoming performances. As you turn, looking around, you also glimpse colorful birds, weapons, armor, and exotic animals all being propped up and caged for display. While still about an hour away from the festival's opening at the usual ill-reputed and familiar dive bar called the Ruddy Gutter, you can see that this year is going to be quite the banger of a celebration. After a few minutes of walking and making your way through the unfolding events in the lower district, you arrive at the upper side harbor. Unlike the lower district, the harbors, both upper and lower, never seem to sleep. Activity here never ends, with ships being loaded and unloaded. Crews and passengers pass by returning from trips and heading out to one of many destinations. Above you, ships float slowly towards and away from the docks. Endless foot traffic packs the wooden harbor that stretches out unbelievingly far and surprisingly able to hold quite the insane weight of cargo, people, and livestock, with the backdrop of the astral sea spreading out infinitely in its myriads of colors and wonders. From here, it is just a short walk to dock number 47. Along your path, you pass all manner of ships. There are griff bombardiers, small damselflies, huge cargo barges, a luxury whale ship, hammerheads, and even an old commandeered mind flayer ship. You catch glimpses of handshakes between honorable captains and shakedowns by thugs in those few brief moments between leaving the harbor and approaching the dock. You see quite the bustle of work going on. Ropes and pulleys tied into a block and tackle that seems to be hoisting an extremely large box made of wood and iron with small slits in the sides, which, as you get closer, appears to be being loaded onto the old ship at the dock you are arriving at. Across her stern, it reads, "The Rendezvous." The Rendezvous is a frigate that you can see has seen its fair share of scraps. It is old, with new planks spotting the hull. You observe that the ship has been modified for more speed and maneuverability than combat and warfare, but does seem to be able to pack quite a punch. It has 3 tall masts and looks to have 3 decks. You can see a couple of cannons protruding from the sides. It has a masthead of an elven maiden wearing a robe with a crown of dolphins. Coming down from the main deck is a wooden gangway with rails of rope to make sure people stay balanced rather than within its confines. Standing on the dock end of that gangway is a tall, ebony-skinned elven figure with long white hair that hangs freely. He has a bright, multicolored bandana tied around like a headband over his forehead. A long brown leather trench coat hangs down just over the tops of his boots. You can see he has a bright white shirt that is buttoned up most of the way, a black leather belt with a giant buckle, leather pants, and you can clearly make out the handle of a rapier on his side. As you approach, his attention turns from the cargo being loaded to you. And after just a few seconds later, you realize that you are not standing alone in front of him. Well, it is quite the good fortune that all of you arrived at once, and right on time. as you've gotten closer to him, you can see he is quite handsome. He has deep blue eyes that portray knowledge and sincerity, a warm smile that gives off a cheerful cast, and he moves with a smooth and lithe grace. As I'm sure you were informed by Halifax, I am the first officer of the Rendezvous, Maitland Juxborough. He gives a simple yet respectful nod to you. I'm looking for a few stand-in crew members for a short and simple cargo run to the nearby moon of Mogfestro. The pay is 500 gold pieces, half of which will be paid up front. You also get a few days working experience aboard Spelljammer. That is why all of you are here, correct? It's at this moment that you realize that there are 7 of you standing in front of this drow.
If this is a ship off this place, I'm in. What was that?
Same here.
Indeed. Anywhere but here, and any work that needs doing.
Why, this should get you away from here for at least a couple of days.
Where do I bunk?
Well, if you're in, please step forward, give me your name. It will be confidential, of course, just making sure it goes into the ship's logs.
You can call me
The name
Kaz.
is Scribbles.
All right, maybe we should...
Kaz, nice to meet you.
Maybe try this one at a time, everyone.
I should
Roll initiative for who gets to talk.
Yep, we'll go ahead and that'll be the first roll of the game. Roll initiative. We'll see who introduces themselves first.
You want an actual initiative or you want just a D20?
Everybody roll initiative. Why not?
No.
Knock has the higher dex, so.
Shep, are you able to roll initiative? If not, you can just go. We can make him go last.
Sure. Guys, we should have saved that for some combat. That was really good.
Yeah, I rolled. It just won't link up. It's all good.
What'd you roll?
It's been rolling. 1 second.
Oh.
It's still working on the.
Well, we just make him last then.
Yeah, 6. I am last.
Yeah, you are last. All right, we'll go ahead and start with Cohl. Go ahead and step forward, name your character, and give a description of yourself.
All right, so Knock will walk forward. I'm Knock. As long as this ship definitely gets us off of this island, I'm ready to go. Get out of here. Knock's 30, about 6 foot tall, green eyes, black hair, has a scar across his eye, and yeah, he's wearing leather armor and stuff. Has a couple hand crossbows and like holsters on his side and whatnot.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Then that looks like that will bring us to Kaz. Oh, I'm sorry, Rob.
Yeah, same. I'm ready to go, and I feel like we're wasting time now on Kaz. And Kaz is a blue-skinned tiefling, tall but wiry, eyes that are completely black, like most tieflings have. It's just one color, iris, or whole shebang. And large bat-like wings hanging out. Yeah.
All right.
Any noticeable weapons on you?
Shield and longsword.
All right. That'll bring us to Sam. looks like.
All right. Lumbering forward with heavy footfalls, you see a rudimentary golem, one of the earliest depictions of giant warforged, made entirely of elements of stone, slate, and mud, wreathed in moss at his shoulders, carved runic symbols embedded with various colors of gemstone, standing at about 6'5". Hold on. That's all that I make up. Yeah, standing at 10 feet tall. He lumbers forward, piercing blue coals for eyes. And in a gravelly voice, he responds, I am Fjall. I am with Nock to gain passage.
All right, that looks like that will bring us to Hilary. I don't see your initiative roll on here.
I'm having trouble getting into the Roll20, but I'm working on it.
Ah,
So what am I doing? Sorry.
initiative.
Take the exit.
I rolled a 5, I believe.
All right, okay. Well, then that will bring us to Brandon. You're muted or
We
something.
can't hear you if you're talking.
Yeah.
You're having some sort of technical difficulty.
I hit the button. He'll reach out for the captain's hand, to shake his hand.
Well, the first mate will. Jake Maitland will. He's the first mate. He'll reach out to shake your hand.
Oh,
The
sorry.
captain.
The first mate then. Sorry, the first mate then. Hey, you're the captain in my eyes, brother. But he'll shake his hand. My name is Valrith. If anybody needs shoes to be shined, hey, I'm here for you. Really, really, really excited to get this adventure started.
Wonderful. And go ahead and describe what you look like.
Valrith is wearing a blue hat, white shirt, blue vest, blue pants, and well-kept shoes, and has a staff.
Nice.
Race at first glance?
And he will walk in. Human.
All right. Then we've got Gloam.
Oh,
or I'm sorry, Katie. What was that?
Yep, I'll step forward. You can call me Gloam. I'm just so excited to begin my travels in service of my god. Gloam is a human in her early 40s with a shaved head and very scarred face, kind of just all over. Wears indigo robes over chainmail and carries a warhammer. Yeah, I think that's everything. Oh, and has like a very obvious holy symbol amulet.
This is shaping up to be a wild party. All right. And I think Shep said he got a 6, so that'll bring us to Shepard.
All right. So what you see is a tall, about 6'6", scruffy, very meaty, thin bugbear, dressed in brownish robes. He probably smells a lot like produce, maybe cabbage and potatoes at this point, since he did kind of spend the majority of the night kind of hidden in a pile of cargo and produce to be loaded on. But you see him, like I said, he's very emaciated, kind of brownish, dark reddish beard, very puffy, wears a tight leather outfit, leather armor that's pretty shabby looking. He has a little bit of a limp and uses like a pointed stick with like a little bit of like a U shape at the as like a not a cane, but he uses a helping like a walking stick. And on his back is a very large backpack filled with what you can guess probably all of his earthly things. And he's currently leaning on his walking stick, sketching the golem and just taking fascination. He's like, oh, he walks forward. He's like, scribbles. Like that will do for now. They call me scribes, scribbles, if you like. But yeah, I'm just looking to get off this rock. It's bullshit.
All right. And last but not least, that'll bring us to Hilary.
All you're gonna hear me say is I'm just gonna say Umzia. You don't really see much about me. I've got my hood pulled pretty low over my eyes. But you can tell I'm pretty short human female. Around 5'2", so very short. And you can see that on my cloak, the very beginnings of embroidery up all around the edges. But she doesn't want anybody to really see her right now.
All right.
We all got secrets.
Like I said, this is going to be a wild group. All right. So as the last of you, he writes down the your name there, Talia, or I'm sorry, Hilary. He says, I must say that Halifax may have outdone himself this time, short notice and all. And as he says that, his gaze turns from the lot of you, back to the cargo being loaded aboard the ship, and then back again. But I must make a request that I haven't had to do in a long time. He looks a bit exasperated as he continues. As you can see, we are a bit behind schedule. Departure has been pushed back about an hour, with most of the crew on shore leave. We're having quite a time of it. Would you be offended if I asked you to just hang out in the crew quarters for just a bit while the remaining crew and I get the situation under control?
Absolutely. Anything below decks, I'm your man. And he will head off.
Wonderful. Puppet will, or Parrot will meet you on deck. And as all of you board the ship, walking up the gangway and making the easy transition to the deck, you see that there is a flurry of activity. A handful of remaining crew members are working on the ropes and rigging, trying to get the onloading cargo under control. All while it seems that others are making preparations to leave. The scene has quite the air of hurriedness about it. And after just a couple of steps, you are greeted by a darkly feathered, leather-cloaked, and hunchbacked Kenku. In a voice that sounds absolutely identical to Maitland's, it says, "I'll lead you to the crew quarters. There are hotbeds, so you'll have to share them with whoever is working the opposite shift." He turns and leads all of you from the top deck down to the crew quarters. And we're going to make a map change.
We love our beautiful maps.
Sorry to interrupt. In Roll20, does anybody know how to make the character avatars smaller? Because right now they're like huge and taking over a part of the screen.
Go to the gear at the top right. Go down to audio and video. And under video, just
Yeah, and then you just do a none on all of it.
That's already done. But I don't think either of that affects the size of like the boxes.
so you have it as names only under player video avatar size.
Oh wait, there we go. Found it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
My God, Scribbles looks like a monster.
Yeah, look at that. You guys can all see your tokens and stuff. How cool is that?
I don't see anything.
Yeah, I won't be able to, but yeah, I will when I go home.
You can't see
I just have a
anything?
black screen.
What? What? Hold on.
Do you see it, Rob?
Yeah, I see it.
Hold on. Hold on. Did I not?
Guess I'm just built different.
No, your vision's on. You should be able to see. Do I not have you assigned? Oh, you weren't in the game yet, so I don't have your. You weren't assigned.
Yeah, I just got in today. Sorry.
That's why I was like, I thought I turned everybody. What doing? Set everything up.
Yeah.
Where are
My
you?
map is dark too.
Oh, there you are. All right, you should be able to
There
see
we go.
now. All right.
Oh, if I didn't mention it, Kaz is like 22 years old.
All right.
And I
now,
do have horns.
now that we've done the map change, everybody should be able to see. He turns and leads all of you down, leads all of you from the top deck down to the crew quarters. Then says in a different voice, this one older, raspier, and tired. The captain will be down shortly to introduce you formally to the crew.
Oh, what a
Fantastic.
fun voice.
And your name is Parrot, correct?
That's right. I'm Parrot. Nice to meet you.
Feel pleasure. What is it that you specifically do on this ship?
Why, I'm just one of the crew. And
Very well.
interpreter.
Mm.
The master of languages. Crafty.
He says back in your voice exactly. Of course.
Please stop that.
He then turns and walks back.
That is amazing.
He says in your voice, Valrith, I know. As he walks, he turns and walks back up from the room, back up the stairs, leaving you alone in the crew quarters of the Rendezvous. And as the Kenku makes his way back upstairs, he again leaves you all in the crew quarters, where you all have a chance to take in your surroundings. The room is quite large. All of the ceilings are short, at only about 7 feet high. There are 12 pallets with bedding laid out on the floor. Each has a small footlocker on its end. At the far end of the room is a small lantern that is putting off just enough light to illuminate the room, but not enough to be intrusive if one were to be trying to sleep. On one side of the stairs looks to be a supply store. Oats, rope, tar, water, salted meats, rum, hardtack, hard tools. And on the other side of the stairs is a long table with a few chairs. There's a small lantern that sits on that table as well, and you can see that it has random sailor's fare on it. Meat pie, hard bread, a jug of grog, and a large plate of astral whale steak. None of which looks to be disturbed, and actually it all looks like it was just set down rather recently. Take it away, everybody.
Walworth is going to go over and sit down on one of the bedrolls.
Which one are you taking?
The hold on, my roll 20 is acting weird. So the one closest to the corner on the right.
Or nearest the food? Okay.
Yeah.
Chris, I still can't really see the map.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I
Same.
can't see it either.
What?
I can see it. That's
Oh,
weird.
do I not have your? Hold on.
So.
These are for the people that jumped in late. Well, I shouldn't say jumped in late, but all right, you should be able to see now. One of you. Where is yours? Did I not give you control yet?
Yeah, I can't see either.
If you all don't mind, if I may take the bunk closest to the door here.
I don't mind at all, sir. Do you mind if I have a bunk next to yours? I find you very fascinating. I've never seen your kind before.
What's wrong with
You're not an
Comrade.
excavator. You're not an
Where do you-
excavator, are you?
No, comrade. Where are you from?
That is a story for a different time.
Fair enough, sir.
We entered through here or through here?
I assume we came down the ladder.
Yeah,
Down
that's
the
what
ladder.
All right, can everybody see
I'm
the
gonna
map
take
now?
the corner
Can everybody see the map? Did I get
I'm gonna
everybody?
take this one.
Yeah, I can see it. I'll go to this one right here. I can't move my token for some reason.
Uh,
Where are you token? Did you?
It's so great. There. There's two on top of each other.
Did I just delete a token? What the hell just happened?
No,
Chris,
no,
can
I
you give me
moved my
access?
token
Sorry.
in the process. I lost control of it. Go ahead.
Where did it go?
Chris, can you give me access to Scribbles as a token? I'll just move that one around as we need it.
Thanks, Rob.
Yep, no problem.
Scribble's one of the bunk next to mine, which would be right there
Oh,
in the shadowed spot. Yeah.
hold on one.
Love it.
What the hell did I
All
just
right,
do?
we're back.
We're so back.
So ready. Knock. As part of our agreement, I suggest you sleep further back. What if trouble befalls you?
I'd rather have stuff go down near me. That way I know I can wake up.
All right. As all of you settle into bunks, it doesn't take long for each of you to realize that for being hotbeds, and I'm gonna, if you don't know what a hotbed is where you'd sleep in that for if you work the morning shift, and while you're at work, someone's sleeping in that bunk, and while you're off, you're sleeping in that bunk while somebody else is on duty. It doesn't take you long to realize that there's no other possessions here. These bunks are all unoccupied.
Are there footlockers at the base of the beds?
Yes, I did say that.
Yeah, I'm gonna open my footlocker, see if there's anything in there.
There's a single worn down dragon die in there. Nothing else.
Dragon tie.
The legend.
Yeah, I guess I'll take
Is it
that.
true?
No,
I'll
it's
steal
just
it. I don't
like
care.
No, it's like dice. Just a common die you could find anywhere.
I was hoping
Well, I don't have
Yeah.
one, so now I won't.
See if you roll a nat 20 and see what happens.
I was
Break
hoping
the
it was
fourth
gonna be
wall.
the skin.
I roll it, Chris. That's what I do. Is I roll that die.
Like on the floor?
Yeah, it's a die. Oh, whoops.
You'll see the ears of Scribbles kind of perk up, but he'll turn, knowing that sound very familiar. He's like, "Dragon dice? Who's down for a game? I'm always down. I got 50 on 7. 50 on 7.
I hand the die to you and say, knock yourself out, please.
So $50 for 7? 50 GP?
No, take the die and leave me alone.
Oh, I got my own set. He'll produce his own set of Dragon dice. It's all right. Maybe we'll play later. I'll teach you how.
I'm all right, thank you. This has been very riveting.
Knock. Why are they rolling tiny pebbles? My companion gives me no response.
He's asleep.
It is okay.
It's knock asleep. Just right away.
Oh no! Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I was asking why they were rolling around tiny pebbles.
Say that again. Rolling around tiny pebbles.
Yeah, they're playing dice, but I don't know
Oh,
what that is.
it's a game.
It's a mating ritual.
Oh, I'll teach you all about it. It's fantastic. You can win a lot of coin playing it.
I'm gonna move over to the whale steak. Get a. I'm gonna sit down there for now. Are you praying, Gloam?
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm just quietly praying for a minute.
Well, your religious symbol. Can I? I'm gonna roll for religion on that. I want to see if I can recognize it.
Okay.
Oh shit. Ian.
Visually, it looks like a black circle with 7 pieces of colored glass kind of like built into it. They look like jewels, but I mean, I don't know if you can tell if they are or not with.
You're not hiding any of it though, right? You're just like
No, it's way out in the open. In fact, it's very large. It's obnoxiously large.
I can glean nothing from it.
All right. As
What was
all
the
of
first mate's name again?
Maitland Juxpero.
Juxpero?
Juxpero.
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 I spelled it with an X.
All right.
All right. And as all of you get settled in, all of you, an old man begins to make his way down the stairs. Let me go ahead and bring him onto the map here.
Oh my.
An old man starts making his way down the stairs and into the room. He has long gray hair and a long gray beard that seems up until recently pretty kept up. He is wearing a white shirt, a purple vest, a small brimmed hat, long gray trousers, knee-high boots, and a thick, heavy-duty belt. He is also leaning heavily on an elegantly carved walking stick. He looks tired, but you can also tell that he could more than handle himself in a sticky situation. Well, we have the wind at our backs, and the Rendezvous can virtually sail herself in these familiar wilds. So now is a good time for me to brief you on the voyage ahead, the old man says in the second voice that the Kenku used. He eyes all of you up and down for just a second and then continues. Please join me in my cabin as soon as you're settled in. He then turns as makes his way back upstairs, his walking stick loudly hitting each stair as he ascends.
All right.
Yeah, all right. I have no reason to linger.
Yeah.
Of the food on the table, can I like just pocket a bunch of rolls or something like that? Just shove them in my my rucksack.
Yeah, there's hard bread right there, yeah.
Rations for later.
You never know. Hey. All right, then I'll take a bunch of food and I'll wander upstairs.
Not really having any belongings aside from what's in my person to stow behind, I will follow.
I'll put my
Or-
satchel
Oh.
inside of the. Go ahead, Sam. Finish.
I mean, I'll wait at the edge of the stairs and look towards Knock and see what he's up to. Yeah.
I'm gonna head to the dude's cabin.
Yeah. Then I'll follow beside.
All right. I'll put my belongings in the chest right in front of the bed and finish what I'm writing and go.
I'm gonna wait till everybody else. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'll follow, but I will take all of my stuff. I'm leaving nothing behind. Oh, my belongings are pretty Spartan.
I was just gonna say I was gonna wait till everybody else leaves, and then I'm gonna stow my belongings, and I'm gonna take a hair and I'm going to put it across the latch to open it.
Oh, we got a
Paranoid.
paranoid on board.
Scuttles will go, I guess, right before that, and he'll just pack his giant bag on top of his bed, and he lays down his. Actually, no, he'll leave his walking stick. He'll just kind of mosey on up.
All right. And another map change. Yeah, we're just jumping all over maps. Got maps for days. All right.
Jug slag.
Maybe it's Yuxan.
They call them jugs.
Oh my god. All right. Making your way up to the cabins or to the captain's quarters. It's not hard to find. It's on the deck right above yours. As you make your way, the door is cracked open. Obviously, left open to make it inviting and open for you all to enter. Flickering candle as you enter. Flickering candlelight casts deep shadows across Captain Jugsleg's weathered face as he works at his desk, strewn with charts and almanacs. A heavy iron-bound sea chest sits bolted to the floor behind him. And as all of you enter, he turns and says, "Firstly, I'd like to welcome and thank you all for joining the crew of the Rendezvous. My name is Captain Jugsleg. I must apologize."
For having us.
What was that?
Thanks for having us. Or me. I don't know how grateful everybody else is, but I'm grateful.
Aye, aye, comrade. I am here at your service.
You see,
You seem like a real happy guy.
he,
Oh,
you see
we
a
got like
little.
the downers of the party, and then we got the two upbeat guys who are just trying to keep it together.
So you see him crack a
Yeah.
little bit of a smile, but it looks is a burdened face. I must apologize that I can't tell you many details about the voyage. It's a condition of the charter, and the cargo and the destination must remain confidential. I need you to just accept that. There's
Accepted.
one
I'm okay with it.
strict rule. You have to stay out of the cargo hold. What's in there is extremely dangerous and must be contained. If you all value your lives, give it a wide berth. Now, I do realize that you are all new to the ship, and we are not a large crew. But she can practically sail herself. So if you follow my instructions, it will be an easy voyage. Just a few days of fair weather sailing. And there will be a handy pouch of gold waiting for each of you at the end of the voyage.
Sounds easy.
Did we notice? Did they ever
Right,
mention
never-
how many the crew is? How many sailors?
The Kenku said that you all would be sharing hotbeds. So you can only imagine that the number of bunks in the bed in the crew quarters would have doubled. That would have been the size of the crew. But you were never
can
told how
take
many
them.
was on the crew.
Okay.
I think I've covered just about everything, but if you have any questions, I'll more than gladly answer them before we go out onto the deck and get to work.
Captain, what exactly do you expect from us on this trip?
Why,
What are we meant to be doing?
why to act as crew? Keeping the ship clean and tidy and
Scribbles just teleports away.
Cleaning.
yeah, right. I'm out. That's it. I'm done.
Yeah, I don't do any of that.
He's allergic to soap.
I don't really understand why you need such a crew or such a group as us to clean.
Well, you won't be
Especially if it's
cleaning. I'll,
fitting.
I'll definitely be having you, putting you to work, tending the sails and helping the functionality of the ship. She will pretty much sail herself, but I can't do it by myself. I gave my crew some well-deserved time off. They'd have had my back they'd have had the skin off my back should I have not given them leave. But a job is a job.
And one I'm happy to do then.
You keep a loyal crew there, Captain?
I've had the same crew for almost 10 years. I would think they're pretty damn loyal. But they take care of me, I've got to take care of them, and they deserve the time off.
All right.
Sounds good to me. I'm up for anything. Let's do it.
All right. This is where we're going to take a 2-minute break because I'm going to go smoke a cigarette. And we'll come back, and that'll be episode 2. That'll be the end of episode 1 right there.
Just eat the cigarette.
Should have stayed.
There we
Okay.
go. All right, we're doing this. All right, enough fooling around. All right, here we are. All right. So we'll pick up with all of you walking out onto the deck. Where'd I put the notes for the deck? Oh, shit.
He didn't give us any assignments though, right?
Not yet.
Just-
I think we're walking out. with
He's
it.
walking out onto the deck with you. All right, walking out onto the deck. As you look out from the deck, you see the astral sea in all its glory. In the distance, you see a pod of whales swimming majestically. You see all the many beautiful colors of the sea, like you've never seen them before. Even for a hardened soul, it is a sight to see. You see a far-off planet, a moon that has been pelted. Hold on, map change. 1 second here. I got a cool guy map for you guys. All right, one second. I can't do that.
They say we were getting paid up front. Half up front, yeah.
Half front.
For what?
Just
I will
showing
not
up.
look a gift horse in the mouth. Please give me money.
Maybe we should be asking
Yeah,
more
we'll
questions.
retcon that and say that Maitland gave you each a pouch of gold worth 250 gold pieces. Sorry,
250 gold.
I did
okay.
forget that part.
Ooh.
Is that in replacement to our starting gold?
No, that's added to your starting gold.
Hmm.
Good, because I took the 100 instead of starting equipment, and then I used it all to buy scale mail.
Is that what you're wearing right now?
Yeah, I'm wearing scale.
And what's your AC?
Scale mail plus shield gets me at 18.
Hmm.
All right.
Yeah. I just got an internal shield and unarmored defense with my Constitution bonus and Dex.
All right. Can we
Maybe
stop
it brings
talking
me to
about our
19.
characters and or let's play the game instead of talking about our characters?
No, the game is our characters. What are you talking about?
Yeah. But,
D and fucking D.
come on, man.
Proceed,
We'll get there.
brother Christopher.
All right. So, like I said, as you all, so you're gonna all see the map now, just to give you a perspective on what's going on there. Even for a hardened soul, it is a sight to see. You see a far-off planet, a moon that looks like it has been pelted with asteroids, and a moon that is in the slow process of volcanic destruction. Captain Jugsleg is at the wheel, the warm wind flapping, as he makes his way out, he moves up to the wheel. You can see the warm wind is whipping through his gray hair and beard, and you can see that smile ever so slightly widen as he looks out and takes control of the ship. The ship's hold is secured with heavy chains, each anchored with a blue glowing arcane ward. The ship's lifeboat is uncovered and stocked as if it is ready to be launched. And after a few moments of milling around, the captain says, "When you're ready, I'll show you what I would like you to have done." He shows the lot of you that the deck needs to be cleaned. There's some deck brushes and buckets of water. Some of the rigging needs to be coiled. He needs someone to climb up into the masts and start tightening ropes and general maintenance. And he says,
I'll volunteer for that one.
I'll start sweeping the deck.
These
I'm no good
tasks
at-
should keep you occupied for a couple of hours, and then I'm gonna take a short rest. But for those of you that are finish up their tasks, feel free to explore the ship if you want. Just stay out of the hold.
I think we should go in the hold. All right, I'll fly up to the mast and start working on tightening stuff up there. Is there anyone working? Like, is there a crow's nest up there?
There does not appear to be a crow's nest now.
We have a whole group right now.
All right. So after a couple of
I
hours,
guess we'll stay on-
I mean, you're
Couple of
left to your
undue-
devices. The captain seems to, you see him, his attention seems to be elsewhere, either distracted or in thought or just completely absorbed in what's out there and around him, in the wonders and sights that is the astral sea. What would you all like to do?
Do we see? Do we see
Continue
crew?
sleeping.
You see no other
Like-
crew members on board.
Okay.
So we are the crew right now.
I'll stay deckside and coil up the rigging. That seems like a straightforward task that I'm adept at.
Yes, I
Where's
guess
the hold at?
Map change again. Here we go. Hold on.
The cargo hold would probably be down at the bottom.
sure. After helping with sweeping, I'd like to try to go and look at the engines and do some sketches.
There are no engines on this ship. It seems to be just a normal. Just imagine a sailboat that's sailing in the astral sea as opposed to sailing in an ocean.
Okay, well, I'm just going to sketch the stars and the whales.
The wheel that the captain was helming did have some strange runes or glyphs on it.
I want to look from the aft of the ship and see if we're being followed at all. Back at the Rock of Brawl.
It does not appear that you are being followed at all. You don't see any other vessels. In fact, make a perception check for me.
Wah, wah, wah. I don't even perceive space. Did my roll come up, Chris? I got a 5.
Yes, yeah. You don't see anything at all. You're just traveling
Okay.
through space. You've never done it before, but yeah. Or through the astral sea, not space.
Observing the lifeboat, does it look like it would hold everyone on board?
It does. And
Okay,
it looks
good.
to be it looks to be very well supplied. In fact, looking in the lifeboat, you see that like I said, it is stocked. You can see that it is stocked enough for 3 days worth of food and water for 7 people.
Oh, okay. Only for 7. Okay.
I'll keep that in mind.
I want
You
to
guys are
sneak
welcome to
down
my-
into this cargo hold and see why we can't go in there.
The cargo hold is hold on, where is it?
Knock, it's our first day. We shouldn't get in trouble.
I'm even being sneaky away from you, so you don't know where I'm going.
Oh, so you
As-
didn't even tell
Okay,
him?
so knock as you approach the hold for the hatch, you get a strong sense of evil, threatening, and very forbidding power. The hatch is secured with heavy steel chains that look to have some sort of glyphs written on them.
Do I know, I guess, what the glyphs do or anything like that?
You can
I
make
don't
an
think I'm-
arcana check. You can make an arcana check. Yeah, I would say an arcana or even history, one of the two.
Which one am I better at? I suck at both. Nice, okay.
You can get lucky.
12.
You can tell they're magical in nature just by looking at them.
Okay. And this is the only entrance into the cargo hold?
Yes.
Is this... Alright, I'll just make my way back up onto the dock then. Or the top of the ship, whatever. The poop deck.
Why did they call it that?
Is there like a place on the deck where I might be able to find like navigation records of where the ship has been and where any future plans might be to go?
The only place you saw anything like that was in the captain's quarters.
Mm.
Is this the first time in the astral sea for you guys?
Not for me. I've spent my life out here.
Yeah.
And this is the first time for me.
Yep, first time here too.
Same. It is my first time beyond the rock. It's much prettier than I imagined.
What is the rock?
The Rock of Brawl.
Oh,
Lord.
I'm gonna
Yes.
go awkwardly sweeping. Okay, cool.
Well, I mean, I would
Oils
think
and
everybody
rope.
would have known that the Rock of Brawl was the city that you came from. That's what it was called. It's the largest the largest city in this known area of the Astral Sea.
So what's everybody do for fun? What are we all doing for fun? Like, roll dice or play
I
games?
think have a game of cards, a little poker, or a little dice.
Okay.
I like to collect and crush gemstones and imbue them into my runic carvings.
I like to smash things.
Oh,
In addition to gardening. And as I say that, I gesture to my shoulders and cast Goodberry, and a whole bunch from the moss, little flower sprout, and little bubbles of little cranberries bloom forth.
My comrade is an easy trick.
And then it's like ornaments mixed into.
Who's gonna pluck one? Who's gonna eat one of the good berries?
I'll collect the rest and have 9 in my inventory for later.
I'm still staring off the aft of the ship. I kind of am a little on edge right now.
We got the emo demon.
The demo,
Oh,
because tonight will be the night that
Your theme song.
over again. If I start a romance with somebody, it will be My Chemical Romance. Let's go. Are y'all gonna start playing cards or something
I
now
guess.
that the captain's
Yeah.
not there?
Have we finished our chores?
yeah, we'll say that at this point, y'all have finished
Yeah.
up your chores, and the captain says, "I'm gonna retire for the evening. I'll see you all in a couple of hours," and makes his
Indeed,
way below deck
we
into
could
his cabin.
prolong that.
How big is this shit?
Um, you've seen a lot bigger, but it's not necessarily a small ship. 3 decks.
Okay.
You have the
Did you
top
say
deck.
that Cohl? Oh, sorry.
You have the top deck, and then you'd have the cargo deck, which is inaccessible via the stairs, and then the stairs that lead down to the bottom, which is the crew quarters.
Did you say Cohl felt something in the hold? Like he felt like a dark evil magic coming
As
from
he-
beyond that door?
As he approached the on the top deck there where the hatch is, it's a sense of evil, threatening, and forbidding power.
Would we have felt that in a less acute way?
Had you-
Just
yeah,
by
probably-
being on the ship?
Probably if you had walked past it, you would have sensed something coming from it. If you hadn't really approached it, not sensed it as much as he did, but you would have sensed something walking by. It would have made your hair stand up a little bit, I guess.
I guess if we're all like together, I'll bring up the man, I tried to go check out the cargo hold, but they got that thing locked up tight with all kinds of symbols and chains and all kinds of crazy shit preventing us from getting in there.
Why were you checking out the cargo hold?
They wanted to. Why can't we see it?
Forbidden often tempt the foolish.
I really don't want to cause any trouble on something like this. This is a point A to B for me, guys. Like, I'd appreciate. I don't know any of you. I'd appreciate if we keep this on the level. Trying to keep a clean slate here.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with Kaz.
Relax, demon spawn. Little adventure is good.
Okay, Demon Spawn. I've dealt with that shit my entire life. Would you mind walking that back?
Okay. Rat boy.
The fuck?
Sorry, sorry.
How about Goody Two Shoes?
All in good jests, I promise.
Can I hit you? Can I unarmed strike you real quick?
Sure.
There you go.
Okay, don't you guys push?
I know, right? I
Can I grapple you as you take your strike?
assume a 13 does not hit.
Level 1.
Shep, do you know your AC right off the top of your head?
Yeah, I do, and you miss. Definitely.
Okay.
You just swinging?
I bruised my knuckles trying to swing at you. I hit the mast and break the nail.
Yes.
Whoa.
As you swing, I'm gonna try and grapple you real quick.
Go ahead.
Our lives are going to be in the balance. You don't need to take things so personal.
Contested athletics versus or dex. No.
Yikes.
You're faster than me. I got a nat 1.
Everybody just like each other. What's going on?
A lot of people in the world love each other. The world would be a better place.
I agree.
May I suggest that we all hold hands and share a prayer for the journey ahead, and perhaps then we will grow closer.
Sorry.
I'm
Yes.
gonna go.
Give this one his funeral rites.
What?
Well, holding out my hands.
Can we call?
Is Rat Boy a trigger?
Oh my god.
Any sort of not Rat Boy itself, but any sort of denigration toward me for my species race is a trigger.
Ouch.
Huh.
So the demon thing pissed me off.
What color are you again?
Bluish purple.
Trying to come up with new names.
Could be.
Relax, Vampy Smurf.
You could be Blueberry.
Vampy Smurf.
Smurfs exist in this universe.
They may.
The Smurfs are in every
Fucking
universe.
Gargamel's out there right now trying to eat some Smurfs.
They're an anchor point for all the universes.
That's
If there are no Smurfs, there's no universe.
how we get them.
Are you cooling down, Kaz, or are you still trying to swing?
I swung the once, and after I broke the grapple, I'm kind of standoffish and stepping back.
Knock, what do you think? Are we keeping things on the level or popping off?
I think everybody should just relax for now. I was just saying the cargo hold's all chained up and crazy, and there's like a weird feeling when you get near it. I guess I'm the only curious one here.
Well, it shouldn't surprise us. This is a very mysterious job we've been sent on with very little information, so of course it must be something dangerous.
How, if you don't mind me asking, did you all get wind of this?
Well, me and Fial are here because I kind of broke him out from some people that had him detained or something like that.
The Rock of Brawl's government broke into my chambers. They called themselves official excavators, wanting to loot the place for archaeological discovery. I could not allow that.
Little does he know he is the archaeological discovery.
Does he really not know that?
Where are you from then?
I am from the Rock.
Of
So
Brawl.
you are.
It was not called Brawl. Go ahead and make a history check if you guys want.
I certainly will. Once
Wow, we're doing great.
Wow.
Look at this poor string of rolls. After our initiative, we sucked.
You got him out early. It's all right. Probably going to be attacked soon. We're stockpiling the good rolls.
Oh, it's about
I'll
to
be
get
right
real
back.
wild.
Anything above 15?
Who rolled a 15?
Shepard, maybe?
All I
I'll
see
see
is a
15.
5.
my roll's still pending. 1 second.
But yes, Nook and Nock and I are on the run, so to speak.
Pretty upfront with that information.
Yeah.
Well, it is a situation I know well. I myself was only released from prison yesterday.
What were you in prison for?
I don't see how it matters.
It probably does.
Thing or other. Nothing important.
Definitely with the right group. I love that you're all on the run. Makes for interesting
not.
storytelling.
Well, I'm on the straight and narrow now.
I'm not.
I'd say I was in the run.
It's obvious.
I
I do not like
got
straight
this
and
information
narrow.
from a friend at the bar.
Just looking for a change then, I guess. In any case, I'm going to see if the commissary has any ale. Would the same would I look in the same drinking or the same bar area or?
Well, so
there a galley?
down in the
yeah,
down
galley,
in,
pardon me, not
there's not necessarily a galley. It looks like everything is prepared right there near the table, and right across from it, like I said, right there in the crew quarters was quite the stash of supplies from oats to rum to water. And as you make your way down and look through it, you notice that you can find just about anything you want in here. That you would probably find at like your general goods store.
Yeah, I'm gonna pour a rum.
Are all of you
think I'll
I don't know if any
on
of
the
you
deck, or
anyone else
what are you,
came
are you all splitting up and some going to? Or I know Kaz is in the crew quarters. What are the rest of you doing?
I'll follow Kaz. And also look through the cupboard.
Do you eat?
I pick out the strongest liquor. Pour out a full what is it? Full julep glass.
And then eat the glass.
Kaz, what was that display earlier?
Speak for yourself. What the fuck was that? Were you trying to tackle me?
My job on this ship is to defend Nock. Your actions were not conducive to that goal. So I had to placate best I could.
All right. Well, continue to fail at placating. That's gonna go great.
Wow, we're
If you want to protect him, control his fucking curiosity at the one rule that they gave us on this fucking ship, which was, and I will repeat, don't go near the hold. So you control your man, and I'll stay in my lane. Are we good?
If you can beat me in a drinking contest, then we're good.
You're a rock.
I will not be against a rocket in a drinking contest. How do you metabolize?
I got 50 on Sniffy.
It is the old ways. It is how disagreements have always been settled.
I leave. I go back to the top. I'm not engaging with this. I'm not competing with you in a fucking Constitution saving throws with a rock monster.
Everybody boo Kaz. Boo.
This feels like something Scribbles would bet on.
Scribbles would bet on that.
Maybe we should all go
I
watch.
did that. I said 50 on Stiffy.
There you go.
All right, for
Whispering
Come
to
on,
my
Kaz.
whispering
I'm
to
not
myself,
competing against a rock monster.
Why not? What are you scared?
I'm terrified of the rock monster.
You would think someone who has such a negative reaction to being called names probably wouldn't be calling someone a rock monster.
I would do
You know-
exactly that.
Glow makes a good point there. That's pretty hypocritical of you, Kaz.
Your demon daddy would be disappointed.
just
Shut the
talking
fuck
about I have won the first battle, and thus my secret victory begins.
I apologize again in jest, comrade. No problem.
I mean,
more
to
demon
be
jokes.
fair, aren't you from Avernus?
I'm not from Avernus.
Well, like,
Where are you from?
your people.
That's the same shit that we've been dealing with for a while. I was born Rock-a-Brawl, just like any of you.
I'm going to say, Knock, you don't even, I'm going to say Avernus is not a thing to you. You're not from Faerun. Avernus is a Faerun.
Would Avernus not exist as a concept?
Do we just not know
What
about it?
is
It would be
Avernus
under
not
a-
a
it would-
place?
It would be under a different name at this point.
2 minutes,
What's the
guys.
equivalent of Avernus for what
At
we
this
would
point,
know?
it'd be, you would just know it as the Abyss. You wouldn't know that much about the, right? There is Avernus is from the Abyss, right?
Pretty sure Avernus
The
is like
Abyss and
the
Avernus are
equivalent of hell.
different things.
All right.
Avernus is the first
The
layer
Abyss-
of the Hells.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't have that kind of knowledge.
Yeah, the Abyss is where demons come from.
Yeah, you're right. So it'd be the Hells. I mean, maybe you would know it.
I feel like that would be pretty common knowledge. Is like,
I mean, I think I would know.
Yeah,
I'll leave it to you guys if you would know that.
So
Okay,
right.
then if
Yeah,
it's
I guess
common
I would
knowledge,
have to know
yeah,
then.
sure. Sorry, I thought it was more of a Faerun thing, not a whole thing. My bad.
I'm pretty sure like Avernus is its own plane, ain't it?
So you go to space
my
hell
bad.
when you die.
Oh, does space have its own hell?
Space Avernus.
That's right.
I don't even know what that would be.
It's the same
Hilary,
thing,
what
but
are
with
you doing right
stars.
now? Sorry, I didn't mean to speak over you.
all the devils there are wearing space helmets,
Stormtroopers.
and instead of like pitchforks, they have like blasters and stuff.
They're Klingons. The devils are just Klingons.
For those of you on the top deck, I need all of you to make perception checks for me, please.
I was on my way back up. Would you say that I'm there at that point or no?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like it's a 10-minute trip. It's a couple of flights of stairs.
Yeah, I've seen people take 10 minutes on stairs.
Sure, if you want to be 80 years old.
Terrible.
All right there, Sleepy Joe. Make your way back upstairs. You just missed the roll. There you go. All right. So, Valith, sorry about that. Talia and Kaz, as you're standing up there talking and conversing and looking around, again, just taking in the sights of the astral sea, the stars are different than what you remember. They're not in the right spots. As if you're looking at them from a different side of the room, I guess would be the right way to put it.
Okay. I don't know if this should be an intelligence check. If something about if the star's configuration means that we're going the right way, if I would know that, what would that be? Nature?
Survival.
Yeah, I'd say
Survival,
survival.
probably.
Yeah, survival.
That's definitely correct.
All right. You mind if I make a survival roll?
Sure.
Not bad. All right. Yeah. I want to make sure that it seems like we're going the right way.
It seems like
sorry.
oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. All right. Kaz, to you, it's you've traveled in insane. It's almost as if you were looking at the stars from one side of the continent to the other. They're just slightly different. This is as if you're looking at it from worlds apart.
Can I build a heading off of that? Like, does it seem okay?
Yeah, I'm going to say you're not familiar enough with navigation on the astral sea to have any clue about that. But as far as you can tell, you've traveled what you would imagine would be 100,000 oceans at this point.
As someone who's never left the Rock of Brawl, yeah, I wouldn't really know.
Chris,
Where is? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Chris, given my strong history in astronomy, would I know more about the possible reasons for this difference?
You would realize that you've traveled millions and millions of miles.
And is that abnormal on a ship?
You've heard that spelljammers can move at a million miles every couple of hours. You realize that if you were moving at a normal sailing vessel, the distance you've traveled would take you years to get back.
Talia, where are you? Are you like part of the group that's closer together and yelling at each other and trying to wrestle each other, or are you like in the shadows now?
Downstairs and then come back.
Probably just watching from the side.
Okay. All right. Did you come back up, y'all?
I'm not back up.
So you are taking 10 minutes to get up the stairs.
Or he's just hanging out.
I'm hanging out down there.
He's
I don't know
kicking
about-
your ass in this drinking contest while you're not
That's
there.
right. That's exactly right.
My opponent forfeited, so it's my first victory.
It's not a forfeit if I don't engage with it. Just because the gauntlet was thrown down doesn't mean that I have to pick it up and answer it.
Oh, sounded like a forfeit to me.
I'm trying to get the emo kid to shoot up the school.
I think you ran scared just because he's made of rocks.
And 10 feet tall.
So awkwardly move his shoulders to get through doorways.
You hear the sound of a glass breaking.
Yeah, he's eating the glass. That's what I said you were going to do.
You don't know if that's what it is.
Chris, is there a helm? Is there like you said the ship basically runs itself, but like, is there a way to control the heading?
I mean, there is that steering wheel that the captain was standing at when he was up on the deck.
With nobody minding it right now.
Yeah, it seems to be just doing its thing, almost as if it's an autopilot.
Don't let Knock go near it and get his curiosity control us. He'll steer us into a fucking sun.
Can we move the wheel?
TPK, first episode, we're gonna fly into a sun.
Is it locked in place?
Walking up and looking at it, it looks to be as if there's some sort of crazy mechanical, for better term, a spider on the middle of it, and that thing seems to be moving the wheel as you walk up and get a closer look at it.
Are there any buttons?
There are no
like
buttons.
A glimmer spider?
Okay.
And the what you do notice is that the wheel is carved with all manners of magical glyphs and writings all over it. You can only assume that this is what you would call a spell jamming helm.
I want to
Chris,
fly up.
can I? Sorry.
Go ahead. My bad.
I was going to ask if I can go to the rear of the ship and see if anybody's following us.
Looking behind you, there does not seem to be anyone behind you at all.
Chris, can I copy the runes? Like, just transcribe the runes themselves into my sketchbook?
Sure.
Can I just do a quick arcana and see if I recognize what these do or what school they're from?
What spell would it? I don't even know what class a spell jamming helm would be. I mean, these are way beyond your pay grade. You can, I mean, if you were able to transcribe them, you would be able to do them, I guess. I mean, you can just tell that these are this is no dainty task creating one of these things.
No, even just for reference, like this was used before. Just trying to get an idea of what it is.
I mean, there's a little bit of transmutation, a little bit of evocation, a little bit of I wouldn't say illusion.
Most teleportation magic is conjuration, I believe.
Yeah, and you have there's a confluence of everything in there.
Good. I rolled a 24 for Arcana just so I don't blow anyone up or myself.
Oh no, you're just harmless. You're scribbling or writing them or drawing them is not gonna. You're not able to infuse or make the magic by just drawing them out.
The book explodes. Pull off the spider. Can I fly up to the highest mast that we have and just hang out there and see if I see anything just incoming? I just want to be alone with my thoughts for a while, away from the bullies and haters.
Yeah, as you do so, and getting to the top, looking out, looking around, you notice that ahead of you, off in the far distance, or they're like nebula, like clouds, and you can see bursts of magical energy, almost as if you're looking off at far distant storm clouds.
I don't know enough about space to think that that's weird or anything like that, so I'm not going to call attention to it. Captain seems confident enough that we're not going to have anything major happen. So, no, I'm not going to do anything about it. How fast does a spelljammer go? Like,
When they're moving at spell jamming speeds, it's like 1,000,000 miles an hour or some crazy shit.
damn.
And when they're not, then they're moving at the normal speed of a ship. What is it, 40 feet per second or 50 feet, 50 feet per second? Or per turn?
Mhm. Y'all still eating glass down there?
From down below, the rest of the party hears the sound of another piece of glass breaking.
I'm
I
still
don't
on
think I
the
ever
I'm
came
still
up.
on the deck.
I don't think I ever came up to the deck, so I'm probably down there with you.
No, you did.
Did I?
Yeah, you
I
did, because you
down-
talked. No,
we went down to watch your drinking contest.
no, you didn't. It was only me and Phil. I only went down there briefly to grab a rum, and that's it.
Okay. All right then. So we don't know about the drinking contest.
Technically, no. No.
I'm
Alright.
still. Yeah, I'm still on the deck.
Are y'all like miming, cleaning, or doing anything, or are you just fucking around?
I'm just
I'm
staring at this
just
spider.
staring.
Knock, as you're looking at it, it's almost as if you can see it, like you see a pair of eyes turn and look at you. And then
I'm
one
just
eye
watching what it's
turns
doing.
from looking at you to looking back ahead, towards the front of the ship.
Grab the helm. See what happens. See what happens.
Don't tell me.
Like a demon on his shoulder.
Hey.
Oh,
I mean,
The appropriate term is devil.
does it like talk or anything?
It doesn't make any sort of noise. In fact, it looks like an 8-legged. Well, I guess Krebs would have 8 legs if they didn't have the pincers, but it doesn't have pincers. It's almost like a. It's just right there on top of it. It's like a little weird. Imagine like a little gnomish tinker toy invention with 8 legs, all in between the spokes of this navigational steering wheel, and 2 like crab-like eyes, one looking at you and one looking back over and towards the front of the ship.
If we just push the rudder itself instead of the helm.
where is it located? Probably it's not reachable.
I mean, it's where the rudder of a normal boat would be.
I think you
Just
probably
right
fly
off
down
the
to it.
back, then, huh?
I could fly down and push it, but I don't know why I would do. I don't know why I would do that.
Or you don't know why you would want to change the navigation of where we're going.
I'm very curious what Nock is trying to do here. I want to see him start fucking with this.
What, man? I'm just looking.
Appreciating the finer details of spiders. Or
As all of this is going on, the wind starts to pick up a little bit.
is there wind in space?
I did say the wind was blowing
No.
through. This is not normal space. It's Dungeons and Dragons space.
What does space range do, but I can barely hear you.
Well, the good news is that wind indicates that if any of us fall overboard, we won't suffocate.
Oh, are we volunteering people to fall off? Because at this point, I wouldn't mind Scribbles falling off and dying.
I'm just calling that demon from her spot at the top of the ship.
Fuck Scribbles. He's being mean to me.
Wow. Wow.
I'm sensing very bad energy on this ship.
Oh, you whine, Mom.
And
Be
it's
quiet.
not, and it's not coming from the cargo hold.
What are you gonna do? Perform an exorcism?
I'm certainly capable.
Start setting up a ceremony? Ritual casting?
Kaz, you being up on the top there, are the first to notice that that nebulous storm-like cloud is getting closer.
Okay.
So it
Is
does
it like
so
actively?
it does look like a storm cloud.
Captain said he was only taking a short rest. How long has it been, really?
Like 25, 30 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, that's enough time for beauty sleep. I'm gonna go. All right, there's clearly no crew other than us. So yeah, he's the only one I would know to knock on his door. Whose voice was that? Mine? I got rolling clouds. Fuck, I got somebody.
You're sure you're going to knock in on his door? Is that what I assume?
That is what I will do. I want to knock on the captain's door.
What is it?
We got some storm clouds rolling in. Things don't feel right. I'd like a little bit more direction from you, if that's all right. I'm not interrupting your beauty sleep.
I'll be right there. Gather everybody on the deck.
Everybody, I gather the crew. I feel like I'm not. The information is kind of one-sided here.
It only takes a couple of seconds. He opens the door and you can see him doing up his shirt, leaning very heavily on the cane. Well, the only crew on the ship is the 8 of us. Make sure everybody's on the deck. And he starts.
Wait, Maitland's on here? Wait, your first mate's not on the ship?
I said I gave the whole crew shore leave. And walks right past you. Up
If
the
this
stairs,
old dude has a
thumping
heart
heavily on
attack,
his cane.
none of us can get rid of the spider. We're fucked.
Don't worry, I'm pretty confident I can steer this ship and drive the ship. I've been staring at this spider do it for like 5 minutes now. Got it down. Definitely.
Attuned to the spider. All right, well, I think they're almost all there. I'll go. Knock.
Yeah, I'm already up there.
Can you get your rock friend? The captain wants to talk to us.
What? You woke him up?
And I'm going to say at this point, everybody can see the captain making his way back up to the steerage there. Or not the steerage, but the
I was
steering
just
wheel.
about to start trying to drive the boat. I'm gonna go and get Fjall and bring him to the top deck.
I'm going to say, Knock, you're able to notice that as the captain approaches the wheel, that little spider-like thing sort of pops up, almost like a steering clamp or something, and he sort of jumps down onto the ground and scrambles off the side of the back of the deck and down onto what you would only imagine is the side of the ship somewhere. And the captain takes the wheel.
Did the captain do something to elicit that response, or was it just his presence that did that?
Seemed as if it was just his presence.
So all we need to do is drug the captain and bring him back. Okay, never mind.
So what's the orders, Captain?
I'll emerge from the quarters just absolutely drenched and reeking of liquor.
All right. As the last of you
I don't
get
know
on
now.
deck, it is here you notice that the captain turns the ship, banks it harder towards the storm. This is where I'd advise all of you to get in the lifeboat.
What?
Lifeboat? Are we missing something? What's going on?
Why would we get in the lifeboat?
Are we sinking yet?
Also, why are you turning into the storm? What is going on? I feel like maybe you should just let me drive the boat.
Yeah, Captain, perhaps your facilities are not quite what they used to be.
He looks at
We're
all
not
of you
safe.
and says, make your way to my quarters. You'll find more information there. And then
I
I
thought
think it's time for you all to go.
I
And
don't
all
feel
of you, and
comfortable.
all of you can
climbing
feel that
up the lifeboat and being
at this point, all of you can hear the sounds of thunder and actually see the light of these magical bursts. It's actually starting to cause shadows on the deck.
Wait, hold on. Are we supposed to get in the lifeboat, or are we supposed to go to your quarters to try and find some sort of note or something?
I'm heading to the lifeboat.
On my desk, you'll find some information, and there's a little bit of gold in the chest for you.
All right, I'll go get that. I'll be back.
Who left their shit downstairs? Because you'll probably want to grab that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab my bag.
Same here.
It's at this point that the ship
Jump
is
on it.
actually
Sprints over to the captain's fucking chambers to take the gold and the note.
Find a key. Find a key for the eldritch horror that lives in the lower decks.
When I get below decks, does it look like anybody has tampered with my chest? Is the hair still?
the hair's still there. No one's messed with it. No one's messed with anything. You do hear
Captain,
skittering
what are
though.
you doing? Why are you driving toward this shit?
Couldn't my crew let's just say that you wouldn't hold any allegiances to me or the ship. My crew they'd go down with this. And I couldn't have that on me.
Yeah. Were we hired for a suicide mission? What is this? Did you know this fucking storm was coming?
This was always a one-way trip for me.
Oh God, we teamed up with
What
Rick.
does that mean?
Sorry.
The cargo that we're carrying can't make it to its destination.
Oh, yeah, don't worry about what's in the cargo hold. That's the one where we head. Is just ignore that.
I'm gonna climb into the lifeboat.
If that's what's good with that, I'm gonna get into the lifeboat as well. Thanks.
How much money do I find in his chest?
Okay, so going through the captain's quarters.
It better be the rest of the 500 that we were all promised.
Well,
Okay,
it's
so
gonna
on
be the 500 that
desk-
you were all promised for me.
All right, so on the desk there are 2 books and 3 charts that are necessary for any sort of navigation in the astral sea.
I'll roll those all up and stuff them in my bag.
You also find some other papers, and then there's a you see looking over at the chest that it has a very nice lock on it, but there's a key it's been in there, and the lock is open. Opening it up, you find a pouch with enough gold for 500 gold pieces per person. So what's that? 3,500 gold pieces.
Nice.
Fuck you. You're gonna
Oh yeah, dude. 3,500 gold. I'll take that. Yep, that's
And then
nice.
Well, we
there's,
know he went down and got the gold, so
It's safe to assume that we could probably coax that information out of him. We'll talk about that later.
all right. And then there's also a very finely rolled parchment there that you can definitely tell is the charter for this mission, or for this voyage of the Rendezvous.
A charter? What do you mean by that?
It's a contract.
I'm gonna take that and roll that up too, and stuff that in the bottom of my bag.
All right. And it's at this point, the ship is starting to be buffeted pretty hard. The captain looks to have a wild eye, like a wildness in his eyes.
I'll haul ass and jump into the lifeboat myself.
Trouble just
basically
under
dick.
push off.
Seeing that knock is secure, I'll climb in as well.
You stupid
I
bastard.
believe that's everyone. Yeah.
All right. As soon as
I'm gonna go ahead, Chris. Sorry.
if is that so, I'm assuming everybody has jumped into the lifeboat.
I haven't yet. I want to yell at the captain. I want to rail at the captain for a little while about taking my life for fucking granted, and just have some choice words with him before I leave.
Come on, Blueberry! Relax! Get in the lifeboat!
It feels as if
Eldritch smite the blood boat. We're all dying, bitch.
Kaz, as you're I mean, you can say whatever you're going to say if you want to try to get a conversation out of him. But at this point, like, it feels as if you're a ship in a very bad storm right now.
Is he just at the helm steering it? Like,
He is.
Still, he needs to
Yep.
maintain driving
It
there.
looks like he's steering it harder and faster into whatever this is that you're going into.
All right, I don't
The
care. I'm
condition
leaving.
seems to
Goodbye.
get progressively worse.
Yeah, I get on the lifeboat.
All right. And as you get in the lifeboat, he says, "May your adventures be great." And as he says that, it's almost as if the ship is slung shot off the side of the boat out into the astral sea, away from this storm. And as that happens, you see the ship, instead of going into a wave head on, it almost looks as if it turns to just take the full impact of a wave. And you watch bits, and you watch the ship start to smash and get smashed. The mast cracks, breaks, and falls off, and starts tumbling through the astral sea, projected in your direction. And you watch as the ship just slowly starts to be peeled apart and break by this, as if you're watching a ship just getting keel hauled and run over by a wave. The last you see of the captain, he's looks happy, staring off forward directly into his own fate. As the ship breaks apart, you see that that wooden and iron crate that was loaded aboard the ship tumble free.
Oh yeah.
And as it does, you see it hit a couple of pieces of of this ship's floating debris, and this crate just explodes, sending out a magical shockwave that flies forward and hits the aft of this lifeboat. I need everybody to make dexterity saves as the lifeboat is tossed end over end.
Let's fucking go.
The -1, that is.
Damn.
But But 24.
All right. So for
You have a
those with a
+7 at level 1.
so for those with a 15 and above, you're able to keep yourself on your feet, and or I guess secured in the boat. Kaz, you are knocked over, and Talia and Fial, you are both tossed from the boat. You are still traveling at the same velocity as the boat, but you are now floating freely there.
Could I very quickly take control of the lifeboat's navigation if it has some sort of steering capability?
Doesn't really. It's looks like a giant rowboat.
Can I use half my movement to stand up and then dash to one of the overboard people?
Since you are able to fly, yes. Those that are
Can I
floating free cannot. It's like being in space. You can't. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
who's floating free right now? It's
Pial and Talia.
all right. Talia, I will go and rescue first. So that's all 45 feet that I can do right now while that thing is still moving. I will reach out to Talia and see if she grabs my hand.
Yep.
Okay. Movement again. I would dash back to the ship unless it's out of range, but I would spend however many turns or whatever it is to get her back on the ship.
I mean, it was only 15 feet. Wasn't that far.
Okay. Same thing with Fial.
All right.
I'm pretty.
I don't know if he'd be harder to move because he's heavier, but I don't know how gravity works.
Weightlessness.
I can throw a rope out too, if that helps with anything.
Yeah, throw me a rope.
Yeah.
I have a
I don't
grapple
know.
hook.
Ooh.
I could fly the grapple hook to Fial.
Yeah, I'll toss
Yeah,
you the
that'll work.
grappling hook.
Give him a good kick.
A grappling hook against a wall. My nemesis.
Looking back at the ship, did we? If we saw it break, did we see like something in the hold area? Like
Yeah, that same crate that you all saw being loaded onto the ship when you boarded came out of the debris, and that's what banged around on some of the wreckage of the ship flying with that wave and exploded
okay.
behind the mast and all that. The concussive force came up and hit the boat, and as you Kaz just reached the boat with Fial, with the second person that was tossed out. The mast catches up to the lifeboat and just comes across, crashing through, hitting the boat and toppling over the top of it. All of you make athletic saving throws for me, please.
Athletics checks.
Can I roll an attack on it to subvert some of the damage?
No, because you were totally not prepared. You just got dragged back into the boat, dude.
Good one, Kate.
I'm very athletic.
Could I use acrobatics instead of athletics? Any chance?
Hold on one second here.
I'm gonna put a hand over Valrith's shoulder and give you guidance.
Okay, I'll do I'll do
So
it.
I would do forward, whatever you roll.
Actually, getting pulled
Sure, I
in,
would
I'm
say
gonna
you could use
burn one
acrobatics if you
rage.
wanted to.
Sweet. What
Can
does
I
die
burn
is
one of
me
my
again?
rages?
Yeah,
to
D4.
Okay.
Sweet. All right.
Oh yeah, you're good.
19.
Roll that D4
Save
anyway.
that
Cheese
for
it.
a little bit later. I'm gonna say that for another bombardment.
Okay.
I'm gonna burn a rage to take advantage on that.
You can use as much as I want.
All right, so if you rolled a 15 or higher, you are fine. For those that rolled a 15 or lower, you will take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as the mast comes across and just smashes you wherever.
Damn, at level 1, 7 damage is gonna be pretty brutal for some of us.
Yeah, that's literally over
Yep.
half my health, and I'm a fighter.
Got to start
Yeah,
you
I'm
off with a
down
little.
to under half.
I die. No, I'm kidding.
Got to have a little suspense here.
3 damage to me.
All right.
A mast is kind of like a tree.
Yeah,
A rock's other natural enemy.
it was a giant, a
Hebrew
giant
and
tree
rock.
with some canvas on it. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. And as that happens, that's the last of the debris from the ship. The storm is not necessarily moving off away from you, but you're moving off away from this magical, we'll call it a storm, nebula in space there. And we'll go
So
back.
does the lifeboat seem to be like moving on its own without anybody rowing?
It was propelled like by a slingshot off the side off the boat. It's moving. I wouldn't say on its own momentum, but it was pushed. And at this point, we'll go back to this map because that map's just fun. I like that map. It's pretty. All right, the debris field passes by the boat, and everything starts to settle out. You are in the clear for the moment, but you also realize that you're very fast approaching this moon, and it won't be but maybe a day before you're caught up in its gravity and pulled down. So all of you would realize, and I would think most of you would realize, that if you can't fly, it's going to end really poorly for you. You may be in Spelljammer and in space, but a boat falling from the sky is not going to land slow enough for it to be not terminal.
Can I pull out the note or the instructions or guide or whatever it was that he left that will tell us what to do at this point?
You can. Pulling out that contract, it reads, a fee of 5,000 gold will be paid for the exclusive charter of the Rendezvous and the secure and confidential delivery of an undisclosed cargo to a private anchorage. The cargo must only be handled by the Salto Bamanians and the hold must remain sealed throughout the voyage. Signed, Pogteat.
Well, I thought he left instructions for when we get ejected off the boat.
No, he said it would have a little more information for you.
What the fuck?
There's no navigation help. There's no
I mean,
Nothing?
you can
You
look
share
through
that
the
information,
through
or
the
you
ch- through
read
the.
that?
You can look at the charts and I mean, you're if you were aboard a ship moving at spelljamming speed, you're a day and a half, 2 days away from the Rock of Brawl. But being in a boat that doesn't have a spelljamming helm, you're looking at a very, very long trip, and a lifeboat doesn't necessarily have a navigation system on it. So once you get
So
a
there's none of the
spelljamming,
stuff from that I grabbed that'll tell us how to work this boat and move it.
there's no way to. I mean, looking at it, it's just an average, everyday, run of the mill. Find it on every boat, lifeboat.
Is there any sort of like flares or anything to like signal passersby to our position?
Looking through the boat, you find that there are 7 days worth of food, 7 days worth of water for 7 people, and then there's a bag that seems to be very heavily anchored to the bottom of the boat. That seems to have some sort of canvas in it. Folded, it's very folded. It's a folded up canvas.
I have means of making an emergency flare, or possibly means of propulsion to change our direction.
Is there a mast on this lifeboat?
No.
Will not slow us down.
No, it's just a lifeboat.
What's the canvas for at the bottom then? What the fuck?
Can we fashion a parachute on our descent, perhaps?
Could I fly from behind and push it?
But we do not know where we are heading to.
Chris, do I recognize this moon?
If you want to go to the moon.
No, no. It's just an everyday moon. You wouldn't know all the moons and planets and.
If the moon is our best bet, then we have to get somewhere.
Can I open that bag with canvas in it in the bottom of the boat and see like is there instructions in the bag or anything?
Pulling it out, you see it's attached to some very heavy duty rope.
Okay, so this is literally a parachute for the boat.
Right on.
So we
Are
need
there cleats on the ship that we can tie the parachute to?
It might already be attached since the bottom of the bag was already attached.
We harness our winged friend and have to tow it.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
Chris, based on our current trajectory, are we headed directly towards this moon?
You are.
Or like skirting above it? Like, do we need to change our direction at all?
It looks like I said, if you keep on this current direction, within the day you'll be caught in that gravity field and
Like pulled down into it,
yes,
or pulled into its orbit?
You're gonna be pulled down into it.
Okay. Headlong or like from the side?
I mean, it's all going to be
If
headlong.
it is a parachute,
It's all going to be headlong. It's not like the moon is 5 feet wide. It's a giant moon. You're going to be coming down. It's going to, you know what I mean?
So is this like a habitable, like, do people live on this moon?
You can see,
Well, I guess
you can
we
see
wouldn't tell,
clouds
huh?
and you can see clouds and bodies of water.
All right, well, I guess I'll make it known to the party that we have a boat parachute thing, I guess.
We should probably
And we
deploy
are-
as we get closer.
And we are on trajectory for that moon. It may have life on it.
Hopefully.
Potential rescue.
If not, we're gonna it's gonna be an adventure building our own space jammer to get off the moon.
I could probably do it.
I told you I'd be an adventure in space. Stuck on a moon. It's just not fun. We're not done yet. All right, but let's take a minute. So that way we can. I can change a few things here. Yeah, so let's take a minute. Go to the. I gotta use the bathroom. Anyway. Right back.
Him.
the storage crate that was downstairs.
I
Did
really,
you do
really,
something?
I really wanted to, but I had a feeling if I tried, I probably would have exploded. So no, I did not. I just stared at it, honestly.
The ship still exploded, so I can't really rule out that you did not do something.
Wait a minute, I didn't explode. The ship, the dude drove into explosions.
I'm not ruling anything out.
I think you should come over here and give Fial a hug before you start throwing out accusations all left and right like you
I
are.
don't want to hug Fial. I want to get.
Are you really
let's-
that butthurt about forfeiting in the drinking contest?
I'm not so
Is that
bad
what
about
this
the
is?
forfeiting of the drink. There was no drinking contest, and
I don't
we're
know. I
stuck out
saw
here in
Fial
days.
down a bunch of drinks and you walked away scared, so it sounds like you lost. That might be why you're so upset.
Gloam, what is a hug?
Oh, Fial, bring it in.
What are you
Where's
doing?
the head in this boat?
What is this?
I'm sure a rock is probably not a great hugger to begin with, but I'm gonna try my best.
Your spine gets broken.
I will mimic you best I can and grapple you slightly.
Well done, Fial.
Sorry. What are you? The symbol, the whole holiness. What is this?
There you go.
Are you unfamiliar with the Star Wanderer?
Oh dear God.
Oh, I have such things I could tell you. If you would only give me a moment of your time, I do have a
I continue.
Or something.
prepared.
I fly under the ship. I don't even want to look at any of these people. I do
Do you
not
have
want to be
pamphlet for him?
Understand that you're not ready to hear the truth, but you will.
Gloam, I rolled a 9 for my first
I'm
hug.
ready to hear the
That's pretty
truth.
good.
I'm ready to hear the truth. What you got?
Oh, Valrith, I could tell, honestly, that you did have a touch of destiny upon you. I can see that there are great things in store for you.
Knock, I like her a lot.
Appreciate it.
A touch of destiny.
There's a touch of destiny. Look at him.
Are you quoting Pirates of the Caribbean?
No, but
What's
I
that?
could. Probably word for word.
A touch of destiny.
Hey Chris,
Yes.
could I actually try to do a little prophecy?
Sure.
Or cast guidance.
How did we decide that we were going to do that? I honestly don't remember from our sessions.
Feature. King of the feature.
Is it in the feature? Is that what you said, Sam?
No, we just decided that I could do like. Sometimes I can do some prophecy.
Like,
I did it.
Roll a
Like fortune telling?
roll
Yeah.
a d. Any die. I'll say the higher half. You glean something.
All right.
A hint of something.
Well, I got a 9, so I definitely see fantastic things in your future, Valrith. I see heroism. I see greatness.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. You guys see that? Like,
Her power. It's over 9,000.
everybody should get one. Everybody should get one of these.
Secretly, I'm gonna cast a little fairy fire and make him glow. If I can.
I see the glow.
That's a big spell. That affects all
Yeah,
of
it
us.
actually is. It's 20 feet cubed. Never mind. I can't target it.
Oh, if we all glow, that'd be fun. Wait, that's actually a good flare. Wait,
Yeah, that's what I want.
Well, Kaz is underneath the boat, so he probably wouldn't be glowing.
that's fine. I have no.
He'll be outcast just like normal, I guess.
Adonias returns, but with wings.
Saturnite.
Saturnite.
That's what I said. Oh, man.
I cannot wait for Glamour Bard and BG3 to make him so emo. Oh man.
Ooh, you get a cloak now, too.
Cap of Curing. So we have. You said the course that it will take is like a day and a half.
No, it's you've got within the day, a few hours. You can tell at this point it's just you're just a couple hours away from being having this thing.
Did anyone grab the stuff from the captain's cabin?
I think we all saw not go down there.
I don't know if we saw that, but yeah.
What?
I don't know if
Who
he's
saw
going to
what?
about it.
You said he was. He said
I
he went
got
down.
all
He was
these
going down
all this
there.
paperwork and stuff. I got all this paperwork and stuff right here.
Okay, okay.
What about the
So
gold?
you got some heading for us?
Yeah.
He didn't really leave much.
Down there.
I didn't see any gold when I went down there. All I saw was all this paperwork everywhere. I didn't really,
No.
I didn't really look too much for the gold just because I was worried about getting these instructions and getting the hell out of there.
Insight check. How dare you, sir?
I'm actually gonna say I'm gonna run this a little differently than I did last campaign. You guys aren't gonna be able to walk around with 8 million gold pieces on you and shit like that without it being. You would definitely notice a satchel with 3,500 gold pieces. It's not a small pouch. You've got a you got a good sized bag.
I don't know what you're talking
good sized
about.
bag of stuff with you.
Oh, I already had this with me. I brought this.
Yikes! All right.
Knock, this is the time to do the honorable thing.
What?
Share the gold that you got.
Do you know Fjall?
I've traveled with him for many a day now.
So what are you trying to say? Are you calling me a liar, y'all?
What the group?
I am.
I'm saying that we're all on your side, and for it to stay that way, it's best.
No, I give everyone their 500 gold. Yeah.
Thank you.
Excellent. I was about to foresee great tragedy for you.
Oh my god.
Yo, players can threaten on a whole nother level. I'll tell you what. I love
That's
it.
on our side.
Yeah, that's your new nickname. Grave Digger Gloam. There you go. No, Grave Maker. Uh-huh.
I'm not against that.
You say that, but she's level 1, so literally a rat bite would kill her.
Yeah, she can cure wounds and then lesser restoration, the poison. She's fine.
Not at level 1.
The immortal.
At the very least.
Gloam, the immortal grave maker.
All right. Now that we've established that you did go into the captain's quarters, lied to us willingly, but you do have scrolls that at least have, I presume, some instruction for us.
You know, I thought that too. And turns out it was just a piece of paper that said, whatever's in the cargo hold, don't let it out, keep it closed. Blow up the ship, basically. That's it. There's no like, oh hey, if I'm gonna drive this ship into the fucking sun, so hey guys, this is what you need to do to survive. Nope, none of that. Not one bit of that.
So what the fuck were we hired for if he knew we were going to die?
I think he was hired to dispatch of us, personally. By
I
other
wonder if he's part of the archaeological blah blah. Them people, what the fuck that dig shit up?
No,
I don't know what the archaeology goes. Were we all set up independently for this shit? Because
archaeologists hate all of us.
That spoke at the end of it. That
this one special trick.
Felt like the shaft of a shovel for sure.
Listen, we all seem to be people trying to get away from something in the past.
Oh, did you join us again? You're back on the boat?
I'm still flying next to it.
You're just yelling across the emptiness.
Hey, I'm gonna milk this flying thing.
Alright, if you get tired, you don't get another good berry.
Alright, I took bread. I took bread from the cabin anyway.
Oh shoot, we never ate that whale meat or whatever.
I did take some whale meat. If y'all want some whale meat.
I still have one of these, and I'll hold up a bottle of tequila. Sorry, dwarven spirits.
Base
It's just
agave.
rum.
It's a thing. I'm helping.
Oh, you guys can finally settle your drinking contest.
This is
I
probably
already
not.
won.
This is not the time for that. We have more pressing things to deal with right now.
What do you mean? It's just we're just floating around.
Would we like to speed up or change directions?
I don't think we can.
I have a means of pushing us.
You do?
I have the means of pushing the ship a little bit. I don't know if that'll change any of the direction. Like,
I don't know for certain, but I can certainly try it.
Well, are there any other planets?
Wait,
or
we have a
things-
parachute. Why not just land where we're already heading to?
Yeah, I see no reason to change direction unless there's something.
I'd rather land sooner than in 2 days' time.
I thought Chris just said we were going to be falling within the next couple hours.
yeah, the next,
I
yeah.
did say that twice.
You said a day.
I said within the day.
Are you wearing a Snuggie, Hilary?
No, just a big hoodie.
Oh, okay. I wanted to normalize Snuggies.
Do you want a snuggie?
I love
No, this is
Snuggies.
from a brand called Popflex, but I like it so much because it's got big baggy sleeves.
Yeah,
And
it
look,
looks really
look how much coverage this hood has.
cozy.
You look like a Jedi.
I was just about to say that.
Sith Lord Hilary.
Master Skywalker, what do we do?
We cower.
Yeah, I guess we just vibe. We're hanging out right now.
I say we share Fion's rum.
Yeah, whenever you guys are done
Scribble,
dialoguing and doing your thing, we can move on. But this is your time. You guys are in a boat for a couple of hours. You can go as long as
Scribble,
you want to.
Scribbles tries to teach Fiol to play dice, but it's not sinking in at all.
I'm gonna pull out my embroidery kit and just keep start working on embroidering my cloak further.
What is the pattern that you're embroidering? Is it recognizable?
Just kind of ice and snow themed. Think like Frozen the movie.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, if y'all are done your thing, you would all get if y'all are done your thing, you all get a short rest as the boat.
I don't need it.
It's not long enough for a long rest, but you'd all get a short rest as the boat. You can feel it begin to accelerate and tilt downwards towards this moon, and making your way through the atmosphere. We're not going to go through the whole burning up thing. Why would I do that? I killed y'all. That's it. You guys are burned up in space on re-entry. There you go. That was the end of campaign 2. All right, you guys ready for camp? No. Yeah, you come through you accelerate faster and faster, entering this gravitational plane of this moon. And as you do so, you realize you're heading into a storm. You can hear thunder. You can see the flashes of lightning below you as you are coming in above the clouds and then through them, out through the other side. It is windy. There is heavy rain. The wind is roaring. I mean, just imagine you're falling like you're skydiving in a fucking boat. A bunch of stunt divers. Yeah, and you can, as you're coming down, you can see I wouldn't call it a large island, but I wouldn't call it a small island either. And on the southern end of the
Medium island.
yeah, we'll call it a medium island. Medium island. Yeah. But you know what I mean? It's like, it's not really small. It's not super big. I don't know if it would be medium either. You know what I mean? Like
Medium.
Sure. Yeah, there you go. God damn it.
That's right.
God damn it. So you see, but on the south side, you see a small rocky beach, a very large cliffside, and at the top of the cliff is a lighthouse, an old, well-built lighthouse. You can see that it is active. You can see that light doing what a lighthouse does, strobe going around and around. And on the north side of the island, the far side of the island, you can see an old ruined keep.
Ooh.
I'm gonna pull my hood up.
You guys are falling.
Don't really
You probably have about 90 seconds before you are gonna hit the water at a speed that is
We should deploy the parachute.
not going
Yeah,
to be
Kai,
friendly.
activate the parachute or throw it out or however the fuck it works.
Sure.
And I will take the rope that it's attached to and fasten it securely to the keel of the boat.
I mean, you can definitely tell that the parachute is attached.
Okay.
It's not like you're just going to deploy the parachute and watch it fly away. I'm not that cruel.
That would be hilarious.
That would be hilarious.
What are you doing?
I mean, that would be hilarious. It would be almost as funny as like,
Guys,
hey,
I
you
got
guys
some
burned
bad
up,
news.
you guys burned up in the atmosphere. End of campaign too. That's right. This is the shortest lived campaign right there. We're gonna end this on an old Roadrunner cartoon. The parachute just flies away.
If we all jump right before the boat hits the ground,
That's
we'll be
not how that
good.
works either. Yeah, it's.
If the parachute deploys, I would like to use my ability of flying to like guide the falling lifeboat closer to the lighthouse.
All right. So first of all, the knock pulls the parachute loose. You can watch it. It goes out like a normal parachute would until the ropes all reach they become tight. They snap tight, and
Did you guys buckle
the
in?
canopy opens. And no one said anything about buckling in. So I need everybody that is not Kaz. I need all of you to make.
Wait, hold on.
dexterity
Are
savings.
there buckles? You never even said anything about there being buckles.
I didn't say there was anything buckled, but no one said anything about getting prepared. I mean,
What's the save?
keeping
What's
it
the
real.
save?
Make a dexterity saving throw for me, please. Your DC is 14.
Six.
Yeah, Walrus just.
Jesus Christ.
I'm cooling.
I'm a comet.
No.
I've literally failed every save I've rolled. Jesus, fuck me in the ass.
So those who failed take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you're standing you're sitting on this thing, and as it snaps and just comes to and immediately starts to slow down, you're pow, and you straight head plant you straight just eat the bottom of the boat very indignantly.
Damn, Nock cannot look good right now with only a short rest for recovery.
Well, I gained 13 health back off the short rest.
Oh, okay.
And sure, Kaz, you're able to. I mean, it's windy and it's rather difficult, but you're able to bring this thing down to just on the southern shore, just off the beach.
You said it was storming above us as we passed through the atmosphere. Is it raining right now?
It is raining as you make a landfall or waterfall. I'm going to say that Kaz is not able to bring it down. I mean, it's a large boat with a bunch of people in there, and I'm going to say that you probably never had any experience trying to guide a parachuted lifeboat down before. So you're able to get
Yeah, I'm mostly just trying to guide it toward a direction.
Yeah, you're able to get it
to the
pretty
best of my
close. You're able to get it pretty close, but it still lands in the water. Just a few, I'll say 50 yards off of offshore.
I'm going to take my shield and start like trying to row us towards the beach.
It does have oars.
I can.
Oh, we'll take up orders, yeah.
She still uses the shield out of spite.
I'll take the other side of the oars.
I'll push while flying from the back.
All right. I'm going to say it takes you all a minute to realize that the parachute is causing some serious drag for you, but you cut it loose. And 10 minutes later, you're pulling the boat up on shore. Hold on, I got a map for that. Oh, I probably got to change everybody. Can everybody see, or can nobody see, or what? Did I not change it?
I can't see anything.
See an outline.
All right,
No, I see it.
Oh.
Why am I the only one who can see?
Hold on.
Sight.
1 second. Do this.
Oh, now I can't see.
Oh, hold on 1 second here. I got this.
Oh, that's
Okay,
cute.
I got it.
See it?
Hey, buddy.
All right. So, yeah. So, as you all make landfall and begin to get out of the boat, this is where I need everybody to roll initiative. Because as you start splashing in the water,
Who's closest to me?
I'm right in front of you.
You can have advantage. I give somebody advantage on initiative as a thing.
I do not need it. I got a 20.
All right.
yeah,
Now I'm gonna
as
give
you
it to
all,
Phil.
as the first of you begins to make landfall, splashing
How
in
the
the
hell
water
do you-
there, an octopus bursts out of the edge of the water. And everybody rolls initiative. Yeah.
Maybe I should have given it to myself.
First
Damn, how
combat
do you get
of
a
the
0?
game.
Dang, you got a 0?
Shep, if you're there, if you want to roll, I can be in control of your character, but you're right on top of the octopus.
I love the octopus.
Do not make love to the
I will poke
octopus.
with- Okay, can I poke it?
Don't poke the octopus.
What are you
Oh,
poking it with?
It's an enemy.
Probably gonna work.
Hold on. Do I have him on there?
Shepard, no. Or pardon me, Scribbles, no.
Uh,
20. Really? Okay.
I forgot to. There we go.
I got a 20 as well. Shepard, what is your dex mod?
4.
All right, you go before me.
no, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on here. Let me get everybody in the right order.
Shepard got or Scribbles got a 20. He'd be in front of me.
Yeah, I'm just putting it in there so I can know that I'm moving it up here.
Hell, yep.
And Chris, I got 15.
Yeah, I see that, dude. I'm moving everything around here. All right. So yeah, a giant octopus comes out and is definitely aggressive towards you. Just a predator looking for food. So Valrith, you are first in our first combat.
Well, how close to the ship is it? Like coming on the ship?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, coming out and doing its thing there. Yeah.
All right. So if I move, yeah, I can hit it. Correct?
Yes.
Like right under Scribbles.
I
Okay.
don't think you can necessarily
Well, I'm gonna,
occupy the
go
same
ahead and
spot
use.
on the map as
Yeah, it
Scribbles,
looks
can
like
you?
you're taking the same spot.
I don't believe you two can occupy the same space.
That's fine. Rob, can you move Scribbles so I can move my character again? Thank you. All right. So I'll get like
I mean,
I
even
guess
where
right
you
here. Is
even
that
where you were looked like you were already 5 feet away. Its circle's big enough.
okay? All right. That's cool.
Yeah, it's
So
literally
I'm gonna
right
just
there.
try
That
and
is
punch
5
it.
feet.
Punch it.
Do
Yeah, I'm
it.
trying to punch it.
We can calamari
Punch
tonight,
something.
boy.
Yeah. Hooking it with my fist, baby. With a 13 to hit.
A 13
Seven,
is enough.
Jesus.
Mhm. That'd be 11.
Okay.
And this attack 20.
That is enough.
And 9. So that'd be 20 overall.
Okay.
Holy shit.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Roll 2 18s.
All right. Would you like to do anything? I don't think you can do much of anything else unless you got.
Nah, that's it.
All right. That'll bring us to Scribbles.
Alright, Scribble's gonna take his walking stick and he's gonna quickly throw a string from one end of the unit to the other, and he's gonna let loose a stone. He's gonna fuck him.
I didn't understand any of that.
You're gonna let loose a stone?
Shep, if you can't see, you're right on top of the octopus. So I don't know if that accounts for your casting.
No, I'm not casting. I took a step back and I swung a rock at him.
If you so you want to take a step, I can move you back, but would that trigger opportunity attack?
Sure, I guess it does.
No, it wouldn't go out of its reach. So no.
Alright, so 22 to hit with the hoop puck.
I think 22 hits.
Yeah, 22 will hit.
Six points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
We've been here 5 minutes. This isn't worth our pay. Run!
What is the light? Oh, wrong one. I
And
got
he's done.
All right. That'll bring us to Kaz.
Bonus action, I will cast Hex with my 1 spell slot on the octopus. And now I will swing with my long sword.
Which stat are you giving it disadvantage on?
I will go with strength. 25 to hit. That is 8 slashing damage plus a d6. That is 10 slashing damage, or 8 slashing, 2 necrotic.
Okay.
Necrotic, right? Am I crazy? Psychic, pardon me. And I'll end my turn right there.
All right. That looks like it'll bring us to Talia.
All right. I am going to move 25 feet onto the shore, and then I'm going to cast Thorn Whip at the octopus and drag it. Well, let's see if I. Let's see if I hit first. Which, with my rolls today, does not seem likely. Oh, does a 16 hit?
A 16 is enough, yes.
All right, cool.
I think that answers what I wanted to know, which is what class you actually are. So
1 damage.
Okay.
But yeah, so it takes 1 damage, but I'm also going to drag it 10 feet onto the shore.
Do I get any sort of save in this?
I don't believe so. If the
You
creature
can't?
is large or smaller, you pull the creature up 10 feet closer.
Okay. There you go.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
All right, that'll bring us to Fjall.
I'm going to come to the boat here, leap off the side, and back up a little further into the water there. 15 feet, maybe there, yeah. I'm gonna outstretch my hands, and you see red spiraling runes embedded in ruby glow brightly across my shoulders, and a fiery magma-like cracks bleed down my arms into my palms, and I burst forth with burning hands. I need this thing to make a dex save.
calamari.
DC is 10.
Oh yeah, we don't need to worry about
Oh, yeah.
rations.
That's a solid 2.
That's going to be a fail. He suffers 12 points of fire damage.
All right, this thing is not looking good at all.
Great. And to wrap up my turn, as the runes die down, you see my dominant arm morph and shift itself, the plates grinding against each other, and extend out to solidify into a blade-like protrusion of shale as I equip my greatsword, air quotes. And that's my turn.
All right, that'll bring us to Knock.
All right. I will pull out both of my hand crossbows, and I will attack first with one. Does a 20 hit?
No.
That's 5 damage,
All right.
and
Yeah, this thing is
then
not looking very good at all.
since that's a light weapon, I will bonus action 2-weapon fighting, shoot with my other hand crossbow. Does a 19 hit?
Yes, of course it does. It's a level 1.
And then that will be, I believe that is just 3 more damage. I don't think I add my bonus modifiers with that.
All right, this thing is barely hanging on.
And yeah, that'll be my turn.
All right. Yeah, this thing is barely hanging on. Probably realizes it can't get away at this point. So it's just going to lash out. I get 2 attacks. So it's going to go after Kaz and Talia with one of its 2 tentacles each. So the first is a 12 at Talia.
All right.
Talia, does a 12 hit?
No.
Okay. And the second is an 18 at you, Kaz.
Meets it.
So you will take 5 bludgeoning damage.
And I need to make a Constitution saving throw to maintain Hex.
And I need you to make a DC 13 14 strength check for me, or otherwise you're grappled. All right, so you're not grappled, but you'll need to make a roll for your hex, right?
Oof, and R.I.P. Hex. Guys, I need a short rest to regain my spell slots. I'm gonna go take a nap over there. Spell slots, the singular.
All right, and it's going to try to run away.
Damn it, Warlock. Alright, dope. I'll take the damage.
All right, and this thing is going to try to run away.
What kind of damage was that, by the way?
Can I
Bludgeoning.
try the opportunity attack?
Bludgeon, okay.
Is it passing outside of?
Yeah.
Pass
they
by
wanna-
me. I can
yeah.
Talia and I can both do it.
It passed by me too.
Yeah, Kaz and Taz would both get a opportunity attack. This thing can't move very far on land. So
A 23, I assume, hits. That's 11 slashing damage on him.
you take that thing down. It's dead.
Nice.
First blood.
First kill!
Go, Batman!
So yeah, you're out of
Who wants,
initiative at this point. And there's an octopus carcass right there.
Who's ready for some calamari? I already poached it.
Too true.
Yeah.
Does it appear to be more like day or night on this moon?
You really can't tell with all the cloud cover. I mean, you would assume it's more of a daytime.
But it's pretty dark.
Yeah, but it's pretty dark. Clouds
Is there
are
a
pretty
map
thick.
here? I don't see a map. It's just black.
Oh, god damn it. Hold on one second. How do I
Guys, I'm just gonna go sit on the beach for a second and just look winded.
Thank my God for making me so slow to roll that I didn't even have to attempt
you
combat.
should be able
You
to
really
see
protected me today.
Scribbles. You should be able to see. Might be pretty dark, but
No, I just seen a all black square.
Oh, are you home now, Chef? Nice.
Yeah, I am home. Thank you. Weird. We can figure it out for next session. Not a big deal for now.
let me try something here. Close that. Go here. I'm assuming everybody can see now.
Yeah, right.
Oh, the light changed.
Yeah, I just changed the lighting. I'll just lighten it up a little bit if people can't see. But
The nights on this moon.
Oh, nighttime again.
The nights on this moon are awfully brief.
Yeah, right. Day just came and went.
Maybe I'm in the wrong one. I'm in Chronicles Volume 2.
Oh no, you want to be in
No.
the D&D game.
Got it. That's why then. That's why. There we go. I got it.
All right.
Beautiful.
Nice. It's like, why can't you see everything is set for you on my end? All right.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. Thank you. It works.
Why can't you just see the world through my eyes?
Right. I
Yeah,
guess,
Kaz is gonna go pout and feel drained over in one of the corners on the beach.
I guess I'll take the next hour to hack and procure some rations and loot this octopus for anything useful.
All right. As you begin to come on. So just I'm gonna say just a couple of minutes after you dispose of the octopus, you see an old man, balding head, scraggly white beard, wearing tattered rags, like almost like a greenish robe, but it's just all in tatters. Looks dirty, filthy, and he's got a large, like a wicker basket on his back, something that you would see a fisherman or somebody who's out doing like gathering would have, carrying what looks to be like it looks like a spear, but it's just a large stick that's been carved and the tip has just been sharpened.
Guys, be careful. It's the homeless of Los Angeles.
Is it Elminster?
Elminster,
And he notices all of you and starts making his way up.
yeah. All right.
That's quite impressive, taking out that creature of that size.
It was really all them.
I know. I saw the whole thing from
Who are
my
you?
cave. What? I'm Freglip. Who are you?
Fraglin. Well, comrade, my name is Scribbles, and we have seemed to have beached up on your shore. You said you have a cave. Is there warmth, possibly some fire?
Why, I'm more than happy to give you a place to stay for the evening, but only for a night. Can't have people making a habit of staying in my place.
Excellent, fine sir. We will bring the squid. Do you by chance have a daughter's wife party? Can we get some sort of ailments and peculiars?
Why, it's just me and the mistress of the lighthouse up there, and there is a random group of cultists that have moved in on the other side of the island, but I tend to stay away from there.
Cultists are a fickle group. They're either really good or really stuck up.
Seems to me they're up
Do you
to
really
no good.
receive
A
a
bunch
lot
of
of
foul
guests
magics and such.
for the night?
No. So probably not the naked wine running around the forest kind. More like the sacrifice of babies.
That maybe that might be a little extreme, but definitely up to foul magics. That I can tell you. Giving the North Island a bit of a stink.
Sounds like I need converting.
Who would know the most about cooking and the choicest cuts of octopus to grab?
Probably not the rock.
Any of the wiggly bits.
I have
Stay
proficiency
away
in
from the hard
nature.
parts.
Grab the
Eat the wiggly
tentacles
bits.
and follow me.
I'll just throw the whole squid on the
Standing
on
out in the
rock,
rain.
and then we'll.
I want to take my scimitar and start slicing off tentacles.
You're just cleaving legs off. I love it.
Nice.
I will do so with my rock blade as well.
The beak, my favorite part.
Gross.
Hey, octopus is delicious.
Everyone likes a good. Beaks are rough though, man. Come on, no one likes beaks.
Everyone gets a full tentacle.
I feel like it would be like very cartilagey.
No, it's like nasty. It's gross.
No, you can't eat. Yeah, you can't eat the beak.
I was
No.
about to say, I don't-
There's also a bone that runs up the side. It's the one bone in an octopus that runs up the side of the actual head. But whatever. I follow as well. I don't look them too good, honestly.
Would you like some help with that?
Honestly, a short rest. If we can go and sit at a table, that'd be fine. That's all I need.
Let's get going then.
Anything that we can salvage from the boat? Did somebody pocket all the rations yet?
I can do that. I can grab all the food and water. I mean, if I can carry it all.
I can't carry much, but I'm good at finding the way.
I didn't say the thing.
I would
Can't
think
carry it.
you'd be able to grab
I
a
can't carry
7 days worth of rations. I mean, well, you'd be able to stuff it all into your bag. Yeah.
Yeah. Scribbles tries to stay light with his, strength of 7.
How much does the parachute itself weigh?
We cut it away.
We lost that.
You would
about
have you would have
5
had to
miles
have
back.
cut it away. You wouldn't have been able to drag that thing in. A parachute big
All
enough to
wet and
bring a
stuff,
boat. Bring a
it'd be-
boat.
That'd weigh a
Alright,
lot.
And
well,
more.
boat is
especially,
just a
with all
boat with
the
oars.
water, because it would be dragging water.
Okay.
Can we pull the boat up the beach to the tree line?
Sure.
I want to secure it in case we want to do any more aquatic style travel.
So how do we get off this rock now?
Good question.
The old man is making his way up
But I'm
the
happy enough
beachfront
to
towards.
rock and roll.
All right. Can you all see the map? Can everybody see the map?
New
Card.
map. New map. Chris is spoiling us. We got 5 maps in one session.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
pretty. I can finally see. I'm not driving down a major highway.
He
This
walks up
old
to
man,
a.
Chris, does he look like he could fend for himself? Is he disabled? Does it look like he could survive out here, or is he pulling out a leg? Is this an
He looks
illusion?
like
Is he a harpy or
He
something?
looks like a very skinny old hermit.
Interesting. How do you live out here? What do you catch for food?
What? Why? And he doesn't say much of anything until he gets you back to the entrance of his cave, and he turns around and says, "What? Of course I go hunting for it. I eat the fish and the crabs and the different various seafoods, and on rare occasion I'll make my way up into the trees and maybe hunt myself a boar. And the grounds are lush for making vegetables."
You have a lot of free time then, as a lighthouse keeper. Shouldn't you be watching the horizons and whatnot?
Me, the lighthouse keeper? No, I'm no lighthouse keeper. I'm merely just one of the only inhabitants of the island. The lighthouse keeper is the mistress, Tattersail.
Tattersail. Is
Been
she
here
spry?
almost as long as I have.
Dude, is she hot?
I mean,
Hey,
she
I'm
ages
a
very
seaman
well,
now.
but
Well, we're grateful for the shelter, and I'm glad we're able to provide some tentacles for dinner.
wonderful. Do come in. And he does. Okay. Lead on into the cave. And y'all can follow should you wish. Come.
Marching order.
Can I
Y'all
look
fall
around?
into the trap.
Can I look around, pressing forward? Does this seem like a natural cave or a carved one?
Make a perception check.
I'll see that you're checking out the cave rock, and I'll come up to you and I'll say, "Can you speak to the rocks, Conrad?"
Shh, I'm listening.
Oh,
15.
It looks like
He'll
this
put his
place
ear up to the rocks, too.
was built at one point, but it's long since fallen into disrepair, and you can tell that it was flooded at one point. That the waters carved some of this.
Okay. Something to talk about with Cologne later.
And he makes his way into this
All
main
right.
area and says, this is the main area, of course. And looking around, you can see broken rocks. You can see bits of what could have been columns that have just been rubbed away and sort of polished, dulled out by the wall, by having been flooded more than once and for quite long periods of time. Bits of rock, wreckage from, you see pieces of driftwood and wood around in this main chamber, and just feel free to look around. Just stay out of my room, and around the corner there's a freshwater pond there, and an area. And I've had a campfire. That's usually where I do most of my cooking. But feel free to look around. Just don't take nothing. I ain't got much that you can really take anyway. And he continues.
What
to
is
lead on.
the spark of this generosity, buddy?
Why? If you came here on a boat, I'm more than welcome to give you one night for free. I mean, and you're looking
custom?
pretty. You're looking pretty
You
rough there,
on this
bud.
island?
So, what was that?
Is that custom? Is that what you do on this island? I don't know. I don't know what kindnesses you share with each other.
Why? Way I look at it is you pay it forward. If you pass it on to the next guy. Did my time and saw quite a few things. That's why I live out here on my own. And makes his way deeper into the cave.
I'm sus. I'm
I
sus.
believe it's kindness, Kaz. It's uncomplicated.
One night for free. All right, he's going to make his way up to the top of the lighthouse. Going to go check out the missus.
It's not gloam or people share.
To get to the lighthouse from where you are, you've got to climb a good 110, 120 feet up a cliff face in the rain. It is not going to be.
Did the hermit give us his name?
He did. Freglip.
Freglip.
Yep.
Frog lips.
Freglip. Yeah, Froglip.
I want to know why he was so curious. Why he was so dead set on us not going through his room. What's he got hidden in there?
Don't do it again.
That's also
Oh, don't do it again. This island's gonna explode next.
I didn't touch the door. I just looked at it.
I don't believe you. I don't. Kaz, the character, does not believe that you were not the cause of the explosion.
I didn't do nothing.
Is there like a fire, like a cooking fire or anything?
Yeah,
in this
if you guys follow him, and if you don't, you're probably going to need your own source of light. But yeah, where he leads down the way here, there is
I'll follow.
a cooking fire down there. You guys should be able to see the light.
Did
there.
you say he was a human?
He is.
Or did you say what race he was?
You said it looks like an old. Well, I didn't. I said he looked old. He's an old human.
Human? Okay.
He's human.
I'm gonna ask Fragalip if it's okay if I use this fire to start cooking the giant octopus.
Well, why, of course. Make yourselves at home. Like I said, just don't take anything, and do stay out of my quarters.
Will the missus be joining us for dinner?
I ain't got no missus. Just me down here.
Who's at the top of the lighthouse?
Why, that's the mistress. Tattersay.
Oh,
She's she keeps the lighthouse running. Her and her assistant. I don't know. There's been a few of them. I can't remember this little one's name.
excellent.
Scribbles is giving off some sketchy ass vibes.
Yeah, Scribbles seems like a fucking creep.
So, what brings you all here?
We were abandoned by a spelljammer ship captain.
Y'all,
A storm.
everyone.
A
Let's-
storm brought us here.
That's exactly what happened.
Must have been one hell of a
Hold
storm.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a second. I thought you guys just yelled at me for lying, and now you want to lie to this guy?
It's a difference between lying and omitting the truth. Okay,
It's a lie of omission, Kaz.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't.
We
I
all
didn't lie.
almost, we all almost died, were we not? Silver
Quietly.
We were having this conversation out loud in front of this random hermit, just like
And it's, to be honest, it's a. How did you all survive and not actually any real sailors?
I'm the greatest sailor of all time, actually.
We are.
You ever heard of me?
Lady Luck is a fickle bitch, and sometimes she favors the bold.
We had celestial help.
and brute force.
I'll believe all that, but before I believe you're a sailor, I think the first time you got your boots wet was out there in the water.
That's not true. I got really drunk and pissed my pants one time, and that got my boots pretty wet.
Now that is something very relatable. I can definitely been there, done that before.
I don't know if I want to follow up on that one. Maybe I don't want to insight check that one.
So yeah, I'm just gonna start cooking up the octopus and watching everyone as they gab. Make dinner for everyone.
So we're not talking about what was in the cargo hold?
I just think that we just need a little bit more tact on who and what information is relayed. So I think
it's okay to say
you
that
as
we got
someone
here by a storm.
that is a very
Tactful.
safe answer.
Are you guys so paranoid?
If y'all is running from the law or running from the archaeology guild. No, sorry. I meant to say that one is at least a little bit more contained, not projected to the beach hobo.
We're not safe even here.
I mean, you're in a cave. This is not like a full blown dungeon. You're in a cave that is just, you know what I mean. It's not very tall, and it's like being in a sewer. Your words carry.
Words carry.
Kaz, we are not safe even
That's
here.
deep.
If you see these broken pillars, excavators have been through.
I think that's just natural landscape, stalactites or stalagmites, whichever. I get them confused. Which one's coming down and which one's going up?
My father was a stalactite, says fucking rock monster man.
That way you get your chiseled good features from.
Wait a minute. The rock monster and the demon hanging out together is crazy. We're just.
I'm just telling him not to blurt out that, hey, we were on the run and also our ship exploded. I'm just telling him to be tactful.
Are you saying that out loud?
I do not eat.
No, sorry, that was not that. A little bit of that was above table. I'm trying to just explain to him. Y'all, please contain the amount of information that you give to strangers. That's what I will say to him directly.
But he is not a stranger. He introduced
Oh
himself.
my God.
You.
He makes a good point, Kaz.
He asked the question.
That's true.
Great kindness. He's brought us into his home.
Giving us a place to stay for free.
We could find a cave just as good as this, by the way.
He allowed us to use his heart.
This is a nice cave.
Wow,
we could light a fire anywhere and call it a hearth. Like, you guys are reading way too much into this hobo.
I think that you just don't know kindness when you see it.
I don't. I really don't know kindness.
Emo boy.
I grew up on the mean streets of the Rock of Brawl, alright?
I feel like this man, with his exemplary kindness, may have a touch of destiny about him as well.
Ooh.
Destiny.
And
Nah, just
I
trying to run
understand.
away from.
I understand your apprehension.
I mean, it's just like a homeless guy on a random moon.
Random moon that may have anyone looking for us, gunning for us. There's just a way to do this tactfully.
So you are on the run.
If it
We
makes
knew
didn't
it.
say anything.
Kaz,
All I said was we're coming off of a ship that clearly had someone coming for it, or at least had a itinerary that we've deviated from.
No, if you read the note, it's pretty much. I'm pretty sure he said to get rid of it and blow up the ship.
That is not
I
at all what it
understand
said at all.
the
Not even a
Devilkin's
little bit. That's okay.
apprehension.
What did you say, Brandon?
I said I understand the Devilkin apprehension, especially if he's been treated like an infernal. So
I appreciate.
maybe we can.
He's like,
appreciate-
fucking called me a devil,
I
but he wasn't
appreciate
being
you
insulting.
saying
How
that,
do I
but
react?
also object to you calling me Devilkin, so we can walk that one back.
Are you not a Devilkin?
It's not. I'm gonna walk away.
I mean,
You are not a slave to
Yeah,
your
what-
past or to your family's heirs.
all-
You make your own way.
We're all slaves to our past.
wouldn't
Nah, you can
elves
run
be
from it.
elven kind? Wouldn't elves be elven kind? Like, I'm just referring to what you are, as you would call me human.
What is it that you take? What is it that you take issue with?
Call me Kaz. Can we end it there?
I see.
Yes, we can end it there, Kaz.
And Kaz, if it makes
Sure.
you more comfortable, I will say less about our.
You have horns?
Do you lay eggs?
You have horns.
Say, do you lay eggs? The fuck?
I do not lay eggs. Squilliam Fancy Pants sucks eggs.
Flip, do you have a name for this this island upon which we have crash landed?
Why? This is the island of Moonshay,
Moonshay.
and the
Did we get a name of the island?
What's the name of the moon?
name of the
Sorry,
moon is
Moonshay.
Hamala.
Oh,
Can you spell that?
Hamala is the name of the moon, Hamala,
Amala.
and the name
So,
of the island
what
is
can you-
called Moonshay.
I want to ask this hermit dude if, like, what all can you tell us about these cultists?
Like I said, they're dealing in foul magics. It's some obscure old cult, the Saltobamanians.
Saltobimanians?
Yeah, the Saltobamanians. Some
Okay.
old obscure cult.
Do these runes look any familiar to you? And I'll try to just show him sketches of the runes that were on that he had transcribed.
From the steering wheel of the boat.
Yeah.
He looks at him up and down and says, look like things you'd see on spell jamming helms.
Would you happen to have any books on that?
He looks around and says, nah, I don't have very many books. This really isn't the best place to be keeping stuff like that.
Low profile, guys. Why are you asking?
Does Tattersale keep much of a library?
I mean, she has quite a bit of information. I mean, she's only been here a couple of years less than me, and doesn't look much like she's aged much past a couple of days.
She's a
Gotta
hag.
have some sort of half-breed to her or something.
Oh, wicked.
Does she look human?
That's what I've thought since the day I met her. But I'm not gonna be rude and ask.
That's kind of you.
Aside from tending the lighthouse, what other responsibilities do you guys handle around here? Are there any other civilizations on the island outside of the cult?
Up until a couple of years ago, it was just her and her apprentice or adept or whatever you want to call them. They're here for a couple of years and then they go. And me, I don't tend nothing. I keep to myself. I don't really ask
But
her for
why
nothing.
are you here alone? Why are you here alone?
I chose solitary exile for myself.
What were you exiling yourself from?
Years of war. Where I came from, it was atrocity after atrocity. When you watch good people do evil things and watch good people just destroyed by evil ones, eventually you just lose hope. Here I have me. The moon provides. I have my fish, have my vegetables and meats when I need them, all the water I can ask for. The moon provides for me, so I figure I can provide all of you for one night. And
Well, appreciate the hospitality.
Can I
I
see your
really
garden?
what did you say, Fio?
Can I see your garden?
I mean, we can go when it's not raining and maybe in the morning. I mean, I ain't got much. Couple of carrots and some beets and he's looking at you like, why? It's not like you're gonna need it. I mean,
likes
not
to rub
being
it on
rude or
himself.
anything, but last I heard, a construct doesn't necessarily consume food, at least not usably. And the things I grow and the things that I hunt, I don't do it for profit. I do it enough to keep me going.
He knows what a construct is.
I like pockets of nature
Something shifty about him.
where things are untampered, where I can stand sentry amongst more fragile life. Makes me feel useful.
Well, you ain't got nothing to worry about here.
Chris, can I do? Oh, sorry.
There's really nothing gonna get you out there. I mean, maybe on the cliffs, some of those damn pterodactyls up there might make it a little difficult, but I don't have any problems. I don't have very many problems.
There are pterodactyls here, and he'll just start hobbling his way out to go and try to look and get an eye view on some pterodactyls. He pieces out.
You
He's
don't see much
waddle his way
activity
out.
there's not much activity going on in the rain to disturb most of these things here. I don't mess with them. Best that you shouldn't either.
Fredlip, is this an area of historical importance?
All I know is when I came here, this is the way it was, and I tend to leave it be. Seems as if something was here before, but none of my business to mess with it. Let the ghosts lie where they lie. Who am I to disturb them?
I think you're right, Phil.
This area needs a good, solid cleansing, a return to nature.
He looks at you and says, it'd be best if you not mess with anything in my home.
Would you oppose some slight spiritual ritual.
I mean, if you
it
if you
cleanses
want to
the air,
bless the place,
I
you
would-
sure can, but don't go messing with anything. Everything. The only time things is moved around here, save for what's in my room, is when nature moves it itself, and it don't get much more natural than that. There, Rockman,
I am Fjall.
Fjall.
My name is Fjall. And you're right, it does not get much more natural than me.
Say that's a matter of opinion and more than a few unnatural facts, but I mean, not meaning any disrespect, but he's made up of a whole bunch of different rocks and mud and sort of held together by magic.
I am the comet that will cleanse this place. But for tonight, Gloam, yes, something more spiritual should suffice. Just to lighten the air, if you
I will
please.
call upon my god and see what he can do.
Thank you. I do not mean to take up most of your evening.
I am a wanderer in service of a god. I have nothing else in store for me, so if I can be of help, that is what I will do.
Now, if you don't have any other questions and you're not gonna mess with any of the stuff around here, I'm gonna make my way for the night. You see him make his way up and out of the room and through a. You see him creep into a small little itty bitty bear. Looks like you could barely fit a mouse through it and disappears for the night.
Sweet. I like it.
I find the closest dilapidated pillar, and I think about casting Thunderwave and decide against it.
So you guys are on your own, or if you guys would like to take a long rest, we'll go ahead and call it a long rest there.
Yeah. Sure. Do you want to eat, have dinner?
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
your time to role play. This is all on you guys. There's the little hermit is crawled through into his what you would imagine is where he's living or his room.
Surrounded by good people and possible friends. Everyone.
I was very sad there was no pterodactyls outside. Have to catch a glimpse of them in the morning for
They'll
sure.
be out.
Oh, Scribbles, you
They'll be out
survived.
soon. Maybe we'll throw a javelin at one later on.
Scribbles comes back in soaking wet. Guy that did not see any pterodactyls.
He's pretty wet. He comes in, takes off his armor, and what you see is below the he's a typical bugbear, big burly neck hair, brown, red, a little bit of grain. And then he peels off his leather armor, and he is bald, just pale greenish skin, bald as can be from the neck down. Not a scrap of hair anywhere, front and back and underneath. He is hairless. He's other than just his neck and his hair, like a mane on, is what typical bugbear, and then his shaving ritual is quite extensive. And he bunks in, and you can see his skin, natural skin, looks a little oily, a little greasy, and he's like, "Oh, it's gonna be good to sleep in something that isn't moving for a change." And he'll bug in, just bunk in his bedroll.
If a statue could puke,
And yeah, like I said, he's pretty emaciated, tons of scarring. You could tell there's been many compound fractures, old stitching. You can tell fishing line, threads, whatever that they used to sew up at some point. And yeah, he crashes out.
the rest of you should partake in the octopus and the rum.
Absolutely. Pass me some. Thank you very much.
We still have a
How does
boat.
it how does it taste? Was it cooked well, or is it an edible octopus?
It
Ask
tastes like
Kyle.
nothing.
Oh, we forgot to use garlic.
I'll be honest. I have no idea what octopus tastes like, but I want to say it tastes like what a fucking octopus would taste like.
And it takes at least an hour to boil it, and then you saute it afterward. It's kind of a pain in the ass to cook.
Yeah, but it's really good.
You can also deep fry it.
Yeah.
Takoyaki.
Is that what you did?
Yeah, I like
Did
deep
you
fried.
deep fry it?
Right? How much oil are you walking around with?
Well, then tell me you've just made some friends if you deep fried us some octopus.
Use the steel grease.
And you guys still know me as Umzia, just to
Oh, that's right.
be aware.
The Scribes actually has a lot of some sort of lard product that, but you don't know that yet. He walks around with a lot of grease that he greases himself up pretty well every morning, but you'll figure that out, see that tomorrow. That's not really stuff you want to cook with, I don't think, but yeah, you'll get that image tomorrow morning.
Yum.
I'm gonna go linger in my own corner and lick my own wounds from the battle. Since actually I took a hit. I took a good hit.
You were very brave today, Kaz.
Why do I feel I'm going to regret having a conversation with you right now?
That is all I wanted to say. Good night.
Every single time that we've talked so far in session 1, it's been some sort of confrontation, and I'm too weak for it right now. What do you need?
I just wanted to say that you did a great job handling yourself in that fight.
Thank you.
Kaz, if you end up in a confrontation with everyone you talk to, maybe the problem isn't everyone else.
And sometimes maybe the world sucks, and there's no way through. So
Then keep
always-
through it until it gets better.
It's always someone else, huh?
yeah, you know what? I guess it was me. I guess it was my fault for causing that ship to explode. I guess that was totally my fault.
So you admit it.
Oh my god.
You threw the crow's nest off balance and unbalanced the ship, and that is how it blew up.
I've always heard that someone that's blue will blow up boats.
I'm blue, wabba dee
Is that
wabba
a
die.
thing?
That is a phrase,
Yeah.
yeah.
You never heard that?
I have now
No.
heard
Are
that
she
once
blues?
before.
I've heard. Oh yeah. Well,
I think I need to rest.
It's all right, Blueberry.
This guy's really quick to get angry, isn't he?
It really is. That's why I think we should all call it Blueberry, because it's just such a happy, fun name.
As long as it's done in the spirit of kindness, I don't see how it could hurt.
It's always done in kindness. How can you say Blueberry is an insult?
I will keep calling him Kaz.
Suit yourself.
Chris, you said there was a little freshwater alcove thing?
Yeah, right here in that main area.
Can't see the map, but that's
Why
fine.
can you not see
I'll
the
post
map?
up next to that entrance and enter my sentry's rest.
Hold on, where are you at?
Centuries rest. I thought he said a century of rest. Goodbye, Sam.
No, I mean,
See you in 100 years, Sam.
Oh, I didn't. That's not.
good night, guy.
Hold on.
1,000 years later, again.
As much as we time jump, you know what? It may actually be okay.
There is no time
We
jumping.
just Sam's character is still there. A century later, we're all like level 20. He's like level 1. He's like, I'm ready to go, guys.
Yeah.
All right, there you are. So yeah, that little alcove there is fresh water with the barrels floating in it.
Cool. Taking my stationary, conscious, 6-hour immobile long rest.
Okay.
Become the statue.
Is that what you're chanting to yourself?
I don't need to chant. I just am. But
Oh, so
I
that's
will
deep.
keep. I will keep watch.
Scribbles will do his 4 hour of learned insomnia. Then he's going to get up because he went to bed early so that he could sleep 4 hours, get up, and he's going to study the party while they sleep and draw them all.
Very cool.
Kaz is sleeping far away from whatever the fuck that Scribbles is doing right now. I do not want
He's like
one of your
chalk. He's
girls.
like black chalk drawing them in his book really rapidly and violently. He's like he's just going to town drawing these like sketches of them as they sleep, muttering to himself.
Before Gloam goes to sleep, she will do some prayers and entreat Celestian, her god, to cleanse the bad vibes from this place.
You haven't mentioned Ian as your god.
I don't think so.
What does your Twilight magic look like?
Very cosmic, starry, sparkly.
Is fairy
Edward
fire
Cullen.
everywhere?
Like
It's pretty.
Meredith's
I very
got
much-
talent, like finals show kind of sparkle lights up in the sky, and
I really want to think that, like, in your holy book, there's a spot that specifically says cleanse all bad vibes.
Bad vibe. Cleanse bad vibes is a spell for sure.
it's tab 2 with the asterisks.
Can I roll for a vibe check?
I'm gonna say you the place feels a little warmer and a little cozier, but it's more of a mental thing. This place isn't very spiritual or anything like that. Just some.
It just makes us feel better about it.
Would anybody else like to do anything?
Well, I guess can I tell that you're stuck in like a sentry mode? Are you perfectly still? Is Fajar perfectly still, or do you like blink, or do you stare back as I'm drawing at you as you sit there in sentry mode staring back at me?
I do stare back at you and unmovingly.
Sweet. Yeah, he's fascinated. He'll
Kinda
just
eerie.
continue sketching, drawing, whatever, unnotifying. He has no idea. All right.
If you want, if you want to do a thorough investigation.
Oh no,
or-
he would never disturb you. He's not like touching anyone. He's just literally sketching them, the new people he's met and stuff, and making little side notes. So he's definitely not going
You can
to
make
touch or
an
disturb any of your
arcana
properties.
check on the
If
runes
they're
on the body
visible,
if you
yeah,
want.
sure. I'm like I said, I'm not doing anything kind of fucked up. I'm like literally just drawing sketches.
Go ahead, roll those dice if you're curious.
Yeah, 15 on Arcana. I'm sure he's curious for sure. That's what he is.
Okay. You recognize the. Go ahead.
No, I finish your thought.
Well, you recognize the runes to be originating from ancient giant.
Ancient giant. All right, absolutely.
Yeah,
He'll make note. He'll write that stuff down.
and
Any indication that would tell, say, your age or your origin that would give away just by looking at you or trying to study like your composition while you're still?
Well, that'd be a separate history check. But the runes inscribed in giant read hill, fire, and storm.
Ooh, I like it. Hail, fire, storm. Okay, awesome. Nice. Fascinating. And you'll just hear him mumbling. Fascinating. What's going on?
Do I see you sketching me at all?
Like I said, if you sleep, he would have slept right when we got in there. He turned in right away. So if you were up eating, talking, he would have slept. And right after his 4 hours, he's a little bit of an insomniac. He doesn't sleep at all very much, even to his own demise. So he would have gotten up when you guys were still either just went to sleep or were just in REM kind of thing to sketch you. But yeah, you could always, if you have that kind of presence, he would be watching you. And like I said, he mutters to himself as he's sketching, but he would not have touched you. He would not have touched your stuff. He wouldn't even have gotten like very close up in your person. Like if you were off sleeping in the corner like Kaz, he probably would not have, tracked you down.
You're not hovering.
Yeah, I'm not hovering, hyperventilating over top of you or anything. But yeah,
All right.
sure.
Well, if I see him start looking at me and sketching, I will pull my hood up even further to hide my features and just kind of stare him down.
It's okay, comrade. You don't have to hide from me. I'm just curious and I like to draw.
Oh no!
Paint me like one of your French girls.
That's right.
Paint me like one of your Shenner or your Hobgoblin girls.
Your Hobgoblin girls.
Oh God.
Oh Lord.
Hobgoblin girl saying, "Paint me only wearing this."
That'd be a really cool name for like a girl pop band.
The Hobgoblin Girls.
Yeah.
I'm a heck girl, and it's a Scooby Doo band.
Yeah, no. So.
Yeah, I'll take my long rest because I got a beating in for that fight. One hit did some damage to me, so.
All right. So we'll skip right on ahead then to the next morning. For y'all, you would have noticed the old hermit make his way back out of that little crevice that he crawled into and called it a night. And produce a couple of pieces of fish, what looks like some straps of bacon, and a large pot of what I'm going to say you're familiar with enough being coffee, and just silent, undisturbed, doesn't disturb anybody. Just starts making food, and it looks like a large enough fare for everybody. And as you all awaken, you're awakened to the smells of cooking fish and bacon and fresh coffee.
Chris, can I go check out this dude's sleeping place? I want to go in there and check it out.
You can get here, and you see a very, very. I mean, you're way too big to even try to.
I'm going to post something for you.
You're. I mean, you have to imagine that. Looking at the size of this crevice, it's you'd be amazed that a skinny ass little kid can make it through there.
Yeah, so I'm gonna post. Have a look at this and tell me if I can get through. I posted on D&D Beyond or the Roll20. I can squeeze myself down and go into like a space small enough for even a small creature. So I want to squeeze my grease up ass through this guy's little crack.
As you're doing that, he looks over and says, "Please stay out of my room."
Well, I said I was doing it while he was cooking. I was trying to be stealthily and get in there while he wasn't looking.
Then go ahead and roll a stealth
You did
check.
not say that at all.
All right. Yeah. I'll roll stealth check. 23.
Yeah, you're able to sneak past him.
All right, yeah, I sneak in there. What do I see?
I mean, you have to creep and crawl. It takes you a good couple of minutes to make your way through there. Even doing that, you're amazed that he's able to get in there.
Okay, no worries. I'm just curious. I'll wait. Go ahead if you need to.
Let me. I gotta do this just because I didn't put a light source in there. I didn't think anybody was going to creep and crawl into there. So I'll just do this for a brief second.
My 6'6" frame just kind of contorts and thins out, and I squeeze through this little hole.
You see what looks to be it's a hovel. See a couple of old little knickknacks. Looks like maybe an old diary. And a sleeping mat with a thin sheet.
So nothing like crazy that would be like witchcraft or anything that looks
no.
untowards or out of place from like a Hobbit.
No,
And if I just open up the diary real quick,
opening up the beginning of the diary, there's a date on there that's unfamiliar to you. It's almost like it's just a different calendar, or a calendar date.
Okay.
Yep. And it reads, "Whole platoon lost today. The damn dragon armies. No, they're giving no mercy, and injuring the already wounded, maiming them, and leaving them on the battlefield to scream. Just stuff of nightmares."
all right, quickly flicking to the last entry. So the latest person to write in it. What does it say?
It just talks about the amount of fish that he's gathered, and it looks almost like he's keeping track of like weather cycles and how well his garden. It's like progress with his garden and how much he's gathering for food.
All right, so Scribbles is going to just grab whatever stationery, like just whatever writing utensil. Actually, he actually has a quill and pen, his sister's quill. He'll write just on the desk. He'll write, "Comrade, kindness always finds its way home," and he's going to leave 100 gold pieces of his 250 that he got up front on his desk, and then he'll squeeze his large stain.
That was pretty cool. He was going to sneak.
Thank you.
Large
You should have
His,
750, by the way.
Just leave it on his desk.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's it. He'll make his way back out.
Leave the journal where it was.
Yeah, I'm not
Okay.
stealing the journal. I just read it to see if there was any interest or if it, anything made me think this guy wasn't who he said it was or whatever. And I'm just going to leave the 100 gold right there on the journal and write that message on his desk where I found the journal and take out.
Okay. And making your way back out, I'm going to say at this point, everybody's starting to wake up. Yeah. The old man is kneeling by the fire. You can see him. All of you can smell the food, and yeah, he's just huddled over it. Seems to be tending to himself, not disturbing anybody. Cooking away with his dirty clothes and dirty hands, but he's got. Looks like he's improvised tools to so he's not in there just grabbing it and flipping it over with his fingers.
With day old octopus hands.
He didn't touch any of the octopus.
Those smell so fresh. No.
He didn't he eat octopus? He ate octopus.
Unless you sure, if you gave him some, he ate some. He ate it.
Oh yeah, there's lots of octopus around here.
Well, I do hope you all slept
a large creature?
Do hope you all slept well.
Well enough. Thank you for your hospitality.
What wonderful. You all are definitely looking, especially you,
His name is Kaz.
Kaz. Can't say I've seen one of your kind in quite a long time.
Did anyone catch Scribbles drawing them?
No. Or not that I know of. No one said they did. Well, I guess yeah.
Fiol would have noticed.
He saw me draw him. Yeah, he was completely awake as I sat there drawing him. So yeah, he knew I drew everyone. He's didn't sleep at all. He was in sentry mode, right? So yeah, he watched me move to each one of you, drawing you guys.
Okay.
Was he naked drawing?
Well, he's not naked. He does have a loincloth, but yeah, he's pretty bald. He has no hair. And then this morning he's right shaven down, man. That fresh water, he's shaved down. He pulls out this big kind of Bowie knife and he's shaving his arms, his legs, his chest, his hair. And you'd be surprised because of his nimbleness. This man can shave his own butt cheeks.
Just
So
drink.
he can
Go ahead
he
and fill
can
them
bend
water
backwards
skins up
with
with that
knife
water,
and-
baby. That's right. Fill
I
them
don't know.
water skins
Water.
with bugbear
Yeah.
hair.
On.
He, especially for a kind of like a very thin guy, he's very flexible and he's able to shave everything, and he does so every morning. And then he applies this kind of gray, white kind of paste. He kind of pastes it all up. You'd think it'd be like a skin cream, but it doesn't fully absorb. It just kind of shines his skin up a bit, and you could tell it's a little bit on the slippery side. And his armor just kind of seems to go right over top of him because it's very slippery and just kind of thuds in place with like that, that little, vapor lock kind of thing. So yeah, and he gets ready to go.
So
You know
he
what?
shaves himself and covers himself in Vaseline.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much what he does.
Valorith, I fucking dare you to have good vibes about this pervert that's in our party. I dare you to find a good thing to say about this guy.
Wow.
We need to make sure we don't approach any elementary schools.
Well, maybe he's trying to work on his art, and he feels more comfortable without clothes on.
There you go.
Greases himself up as he slips through the damn air ducts to like schools and hospitals.
Bloom is going to join him
Yeah.
and shave her head freshly in the morning.
Amazing.
Yep.
And he'll
saying
offer you
all
some
of
of
this
his
while-
grease gel to put on post shave to see if you want to lather the top of your head with it.
Thank you,
It really helps with the irritation.
I truly appreciate
I'm gonna be carving. I'm gonna be carving a shoe with a black knife
Okay. This is awesome.
out of some wood,
I love it.
and I'm gonna point at you know what, Glom. I'm gonna point at you. These are for you. These shoes are gonna be for you.
I love them. They look beautiful so far. Thank you.
I would like to
carve your name into
discreetly.
it or something. Or?
Well, if you want. Obviously, so no one can steal them, because they'll know who it belongs to.
Done.
And people never steal things that belong to other people.
Done.
You
Perfect
clearly
All right.
you clearly never met the slippery fingers.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
Go ahead, Hilary.
I'm gonna say
Glenn's gonna
Hilary
climb
was
up when
gonna
you
say
say
something.
that.
What do you mean?
I'm just gonna stop. I'm gonna go like white as a sheet. Stop talking when you talk about slippery fingers.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I just nicked myself. You know.
All right.
You all
Hilary.
right? You were saying something before we started.
Oh, sorry, Hilary.
Oh, I was just going to say that as part of my morning routine, I exited the cave and I went out and did my prayers.
Okay.
Okay. When you got back, I would have asked you if you saw any pterodactyls. Like the second you got back.
I probably would have mischievously said yes.
Oh, then I'm gone. That's it. That's good enough for him. He's taking off. If he's eating, he's taking it to go, and he's going to that mouth of the cave, and he'll stay there till you guys come out. He's going to look. I love it. He's a little sad if he doesn't see anyone.
And as you do that, Freglet says,
I'll go slowly behind him.
it seems that your friends have, got the right idea. Don't overstay your welcome, but feel free to take any of that food.
Overstay my welcome. Jesus, what are you, my grandparents?
Oh, and when you get there, say hi to the mistress for me. You can go up the cliffside, or you can. It's about a day and a half trip up through the woods and around up to get around that side of the rock face. Just letting you know. But if you and I thought I overheard you saying something about looking for a way off this place. Your best bet's talking to the Mistress Tattersail up at the lighthouse.
Well, in the short term, thank you for your hospitality, even though I still think you may have an agenda, but you didn't kill us in our sleep, and I can at least appreciate that.
Well, if it means anything to you, I hope I don't see you again, but I don't hope anything bad for you either.
I just walk away.
I'm going to give him a very formal bow. I'm going to put my fists together in front of me and give him a very deep bow.
And he returns the favor in a curtsy that you would think seemed like he's very familiar with that kind of behavior, and does it very fluidly.
Is it like courtly, or is it like
very courtly?
He sniffed his butt.
Serious.
sniff butts as a greeting?
Doggy court. Everyone just goes around sniffing butts, man. Dog court.
Good
Gwen
journeys
will
to all
gather
of
up the
you.
last of the food and then thank him for his hospitality and head out as well.
Are there any leftover rations of the octopus? Like do we have a number on that?
I would say you'd have a 2 days for each of you worth of octopus. I mean, it was a big octopus.
Nice.
I mean, the thing had a 15-foot reach, so I would think you guys had plenty of food.
Yeah, it was huge. You won't want to eat it after 2 days. Put it that way. That's going to be some rank octopus.
You'd have enough to get you through a couple of days before the food would go bad. I mean, you don't have a way of drying it or curing it for.
I don't have infernal constitution yet. I'll say that much.
All right.
So you're waiting at the mouth of the cave to fight pterodactyls. I still don't know.
I just want to see pterodactyls. I'm curious to see them in flight in real life. Like, he wants to check them out. He wants to see them and check, maybe steal an egg. We'll see. But
all right. Is that where you guys
are? We're going to encounter you on the way out. So
up to the lighthouse. Is that the plan?
I think so. I think we're gonna. Are we calling it a day at the mouth of the cave on our way out of here? Or?
Well, which way are you guys going? He told you can go up the cliffside, which is about 110-foot climb up slippery rocks, dealing with that, or you could take the long way around and hoof it through the woods.
I vote the long way.
I'd rather hoof it through the woods. Hopefully, we see some more animals.
True. All right, let's go to the woods.
I could just go straight up. So
yeah.
So you can go look for pterodactyls on your own.
You can get first crack at the lighthouse lady.
I don't want to rob that.
So
yeah.
If she jumps out with an axe, you can deal with her.
Yeah, true.
But if she has 8 tentacles, then you might be in trouble.
That was a fun session 1, guys.
Yeah, we'll leave it there. I just need to know which. So we're going to go the long way. Is that what we're doing here?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.